What's up, y'all? Welcome back. We're at the Coke 600. Did you enjoy your flight from Charlotte? I think we beat Kyle Larson here and Roger Penske. Did y'all enjoy your trip from Charlotte? I hope you did. So, what a great race we just did. The numbers are ridiculous. Hopefully, we'll see how everything goes. So, let's get into it. Let's get into the race. We're here at Charlotte, and Christopher Bell is leading this race. Christopher Bell. So, let me move this over a little bit here. And let's listen in.
Win this race.
Costly mistakes. Here comes your leader, Christopher Bell, off of 4.
Last pit stop for Bell, lap 104 during the stage break. He had a 6-second lead when he came to pit road. Regan?
Well, and it could be bad news for the competition right now, Mike. Christopher Bell just told his team it's a little bit on the loose side, but I really like it like that right now. He's been pleased in the car. He knew at the start of the race, crew chief Adam Stevens told him he would be the one that would have to manage the early stages. He's doing that well.
So rookie Josh Berry has taken over the lead of the 600. 5 drivers in this cycle have yet to make their stop, and they were all last in the pits at lap 104, 105.
I like this strategy, Mike, because we saw this we talked about it with Michael McDowell earlier, just being able to run those faster lap times at the end of the stage because of waiting a little bit longer to pit it. Josh's lap times are still pretty good, so we'll see how this all cycles around when we get to the end of this run at the end of the stage.
Suarez and Stenhouse peel off and come to pit road. Josh, what happened to Ryan Blaney?
Well, yeah, guys, it's been a frustrating day for Ryan Blaney. Never able to get that car where they needed to be. We saw it come in with that heavy damage. Just came over the radio.
Let's see, we'll get a good crowd in here first.
They try and work on the right front of that car.
And here's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Straight up in the fence.
Straight in the fence. And that was always one of the things that we talk about all the time, but especially at this race. You knew the car was going to drive bad.
I don't know if he is.
Oh, yep, you hear that wheel break in half. I'm sure it was loose, and he was just trying to do what he could do.
Blaney
that thing was
looks like he's in the wall.
The wheel on. I'm sure that right front tire was moving as you saw that wheel get cut in half.
Stage 2.
Really, this race was always one of those races.
All right,
guys,
welcome in, everybody.
Where it's just,
appreciate you being here.
Give me a little bit on the pit road.
And who's leading?
Bit off of pit road.
Josh Berry.
Tell the tire changers and guys, just
must be
make
pit
sure
stops.
we get to dark. Make sure we don't have any mistakes on pit road. Make sure we don't speed. Let's just put ourselves in position, because a lot of times if you're not in contention to win, just doing those things puts you in contention to have a solid top 5, top 10 day.
What's up, Billy Bowles? What's going on? Menace, Adam,
Berry,
Lloyd,
Chase
Kyle.
Elliott, 47 laps
What's up,
on those
y'all?
tires. Everybody else has
Appreciate
been
you
in
being
within
here.
the last 6 or 8 laps.
Steve.
And last year's
I got to change the emojis here in a second.
Cup champion
Give me a minute.
sits motionless on pit road. Ryan Blaney.
And these guys
Ryan
have just,
Blaney,
they've
former
not
winner.
run like they've wanted to run. They haven't had the speed that they've had
Let's
last
do the
year.
in-car cameras
And
here. Let
there's
y'all go
nothing
for a
more
ride with
frustrating when all that's going
Brad
on than
Keselowski
sitting
in
on pit lane,
P6.
watching all the cars go around the
If I can
racetrack.
find my
just
in-car
wondering,
camera.
what the heck do I need to do? What are we doing wrong?
Corey LaJoie on pit road. And waiting on Josh Berry. Chase Elliott in. So Christopher Bell had a lead of about 7 seconds over Bubba Wallace back in 6th, who pitted 4 laps earlier, and now, well, they're pretty close to on top of each other.
And that's what you want,
Here's
right?
the 4.
Here comes Josh Berry down pit road, but that's what Christopher Bell
Berry,
wants. He wants
Christopher
to
Bell
stay
gonna
out
pick
as
it back
long
up
as he
here, I
can,
guess.
Shrink
Or
that
Chase
gap, and
Elliott.
that's going to be part of that calculation sitting up on the pit box. Those guys are going to know those gaps. Say, hey, let's stay out as long as we can. All right, pit.
Happy race day. What's up, Lincoln Kim? Appreciate you being here. Lloyd.
Josh
Truex.
Berry leaves his
What's up,
pit, comes to the
Jared?
start-finish line.
Larson would have been a contender if the penalty didn't happen. You're right. You're right about that.
Surrenders the lead to Christopher Bell. So Bell,
I'm getting the emojis ready, y'all.
twice for 26 laps earlier, is back out front after saying the car felt a little bit loose.
All right, commercial break, and let's bring in Keselowski's sound.
'58 out front. Chasing a 60.
Right along with long commercial here. There we go. Right along with Brad Keselowski in P2. That Ford.
There you go, buddy. Keep digging here, man. Discipline yourself. Grab that paint. Keep working it here. 68 chasing a 71. Nice job. Caution's out. Caution's out.
Caution is out.
Caution's out.
Caution.
The 12 car is stuck on the pit road. They gotta go get him.
So Blaney is on pit road, and they can't get him off of pit road.
Yeah, that run right there, the short run here on the restart, or whatever you want to call it, refire, bounce was really than we were when we refired pit stop before, but pretty good balance right there. Top is kind of faded a little bit. Okay, 10-4. This next run is going to be probably 35 to 38 laps, so we'll tweak accordingly here.
Now, I'm not sure if Keselowski pit already, but we'll hang with him in P2.
And this is the reason why. That is Ryan Blaney's crew unable to push his car off of pit road with the damage there to the right front. So NASCAR has put out the caution. They're going to bring the one of the wreckers out to remove that car.
Still working on the
early exit for the defending winner.
The things here,
of
y'all.
the Coca Cola 600, who will join J.J. Yaley in the garage area. 34 of the 38 remaining are still on the lead lap. Kaz Gralla will get one of his 2 laps back as the free pass car.
Well, it certainly wasn't what Truex, the 19, Josh Berry, some of those guys that stayed out and was hoping to utilize speed on the back half of this run. It hurt those guys, Larry.
Boy, this could set up some interesting strategy because you've got drivers like Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, Josh Berry. They just were on pit road. But then you've got some of the leaders, you know, like the 24, the 12, guys like that got about 10 laps on their tires. But no matter what, we're not halfway. The next set of stickers you put on that race car, you're halfway through your sticker tires.
Yeah, and you got a guy like Larry, and correct me
And
if I'm
since
wrong
Blaney's
here, but
having
like Ty
issues, I'm
Gibbs,
going to replace him with another
Denny Hamlin, those guys should have an
emoji.
extra set compared to everybody else.
Let's see, who's up there that needs
Because
to
they
have
stayed
one?
out. Correct,
Right,
Kevin.
right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Larson's on his way now. Wow, he got quick.
In America on Fox. The Cards take on
He got
Bryce
quick.
Harper in the NL East leading Phils, or the Reds battle the Cubs, or Angels Mariners. It all
And
begins
we'll
at 7
when
Eastern on
he
Fox.
comes and gets in the car,
Except for
we'll
the game
we'll
in
follow
your
the
area.
cam because that's going to be cool to watch.
I think going back to this tire thing, I think where we're at on tires, I think if you were one of those guys that has an extra set, I don't think you can drive back up through there, Clint.
I think a lot of them stay out.
With the way that the pace is now. So Josh Berry's got the freshest. He last pitted at 153, so we will find out.
Well, we'll have less than
Thank you,
40
Andrew Ford,
laps
for
to
becoming a
go
rookie
in the
member.
stage 2
Appreciate you,
when we go back to
Andrew.
green.
Been interesting to see these Fords start to run better.
As it's cooling off, this track's gaining
Stupid
grip.
Ripper was
Here
right
they
about
come.
these
We've
Fords.
seen the RFK cars, Buescher coming to the front, and Brad Keselowski. He's a contender at the front already.
Reddick all the way from the back, too.
Let's watch some pit ride with Brad Keselowski here.
Reddick's
Oh,
car's
wrong
fast.
button, Chris. Wrong button, CeeLo.
Pit road's going to be very busy.
Okay.
Josh.
Well, for Bubba Wallace, he came over the radio, said he's struggling to keep that right rear
Come on,
underneath
Beer.
him.
Come on,
He's gonna
Beer.
get 4 tires of fuel. Hopefully they can help him out for this next run, Regan.
20 Christopher Bell right now, still free with the rear of the car, but he said, I got pace, leave it alone.
Christopher
Adam. I like it because
Bell.
it's fast right now in the 24 of William Byron. He's got better right rear grip this run. Now he needs front turn. Jamie?
4th stop of the night for the 54, Ty Gibbs. Didn't want to make any big swings tonight. Wanted to just make air pressure adjustments for this team. Car's good.
4 drivers stayed out. Martin Truex, Josh Berry, Daniel Suarez, and Chase Elliott.
Gibbs,
Here's another
the
group
leader.
of our NASCAR Cup drivers introducing the names of our fallen military they carry with them tonight.
First Lieutenant Harold Ring, U.S. Army.
Thomas Donald Mahalik, United States Army.
You know, we want to hear that, but that music behind it will hit the copyright, so we're going to mute that. But let's listen into Brad Keselowski. But we will do the 200 lap thing for sure. Listening to Brad Keselowski here.
And 4.
He's in P2. Martin Truex, my pick. Appreciate everybody being here.
Some of them stay out here.
Popping over here from the Indy 500. Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all, today. We had a good time together.
Yeah, the 19.4, 99. Yeah, I think so, TJ. Let me see. Yep. P8 right there. Those guys that just pitted, so they only got 2 laps on their tires. Again, in there, TJ, I'm thinking we do whatever we can to stay in outside lane. 23:48 out back.
Almost done with the emojis, members. 1 second.
The number is 4 here, TJ. I think y'all walk all over each other. Just so you're aware, P8, the 54 is on the right.
54. So it'll take about an hour for Larson to get here, and he'll go right to the helicopter and go to the speedway.
A lot of guys taking rights only. Are they in for left side where? No, sure. I think the biggest thing the tires are wearing, but you can't put rights on. But everybody that had rights on before dropped like a hot rock.
All right, members, the emojis are set. If you want to refresh your stream, you should be good to go. All right, so we are in stage 2, 161 laps done of 400, stage 2 of 4. And let's see what happens here. Truex, Josh Berry, Keselowski now back to 8th. So Martin Truex Jr. Let's go to Martin Truex Jr. and let's watch him take the green flag. Here. Hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us on the Go at CeeLo. And the members, let's make sure those are good to go. You might have to refresh your system to get those.
But we are Swedish.
Active lineup here. Who's active lineup
We
here?
need science to tell us that.
From the top in front of you.
We
From the
need the
top in front of you.
trousers.
Who's the leader? Who's the leader? All right. So 19. The 19. Yep. 7 laps on it. Yep. 7 laps on it. 4. 9.
Man, I got the something going on with.
4 on right.
Oh, did I have all of them on? Let's see. Let's try this again. That was weird. Must have had all of them on. All right, we're riding along with Martin Truex Jr., P1. No sound out of him, though. Lights are on the pace car. All right, let me see the members' emojis. Members emojis. Keep on hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 100 likes. There's 5 of us here. We could blow the likes out of the water. We're at 93. Thanks for the likes, y'all. Appreciate it. Thanks for the subscribe as well. So Truex is going to inside. Truex on the inside. Let's listen to Ryan Blaney.
But yeah, shame to end our night early. I mean, not even halfway, and thought we were getting a little better.
We weren't great by any means, but I thought we got a little better. We were 7th in the first stage, and just kind of looking forward to continue to work on it all night. Just never got that shot. So I hate it for the Body Armor Flash IV folks, Menards, Ford, everybody part of this program. I really looking forward to running the whole race and trying to get better, because I felt like when the night came, I was hoping our car would kind of come to us with the track changing, but never got that shot.
Thanks, Ryan. Jamie?
Well, Josh, on that last stop, Ty Gibbs to right sides only. That wasn't what they intended to do. They wanted to take 4. I saw Kevin Jackson, the rear changer, run around to the left side. Watch the miscue. They're not exactly sure what happened. Crew chief Chris Gale did say we're going to be quick. You see it right there. The jack almost went around, and Ty went hammer down. So 2 tires only.
Boy, they had 4 tires out there on the concrete waiting to go on, but they told Ty Gibbs to go on the jack, and when it dropped, he went.
Did his job. Yeah, I think that's the hard part about code words. I was never smart enough to use the code words, Clint. So.
Dangerous.
Shane Van Gisbergen, too many boxes, driving through too many pit boxes on exit. He'll restart at the back. Kyle Busch, safety violation on his stop. He'll start at the back. And Ross Chastain had a 15-second pit stop and lost 7 positions. Martin Truex, the veteran.
Green flag.
Berry,
Let's go.
On the front row.
Oh, we do this.
Here we go, green flag. Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
There's Truex Jr. way out.
Great push by Chase Elliott on the inside. Pushing Truex out there.
Well, that's what those guys need that didn't pit. They just need to, like we talked before, get as far out there in front and get to the clean air as quick as possible. You just don't want to get sucked into this hornet's nest and have to deal with all these guys on new tires. It's better to deal with them one at a time than all of them together.
First 4 cars did not stop. Truex, Berry, Elliott, and Suarez.
Who's in the 5 right now? Allgaier is in the 5 right now.
You see that Monster Energy Toyota Camry of Ty Gibbs up in the top lane. On board the Monster Energy camera of Ty Gibbs. Hear him working the throttle right there.
Brian shoots to the middle. Clears
35 to go in stage 2. And I have an idea. At lap 333, we're going to honor Dale Sr. on lap 333.
They just made contact.
He hit the wall
That
hard.
got that 24 car in the fence.
34 to go here in stage 2. Actually, you know what? 33 to go here in stage 3. We're going to do it. Let's honor Dale Sr. right here. Let me see those 3s. I don't have the 3 for the members, but let me see those 3s. 33 to go in stage 2. Let me see those 3s. Dale, we honor you on 33 to go. In stage 2, we honor you, Dale Sr., since we missed lap 3. Right here, 33 to go in stage 2. Drop those 3s.
As hard as he hit that wall off the 2, Kevin, I was worried about a toe link, but it doesn't seem to be the case. How about...
What's up, Old Farm Show? Drop those 3s.
Here he comes.
Byron to 2nd, Bubba Wallace to 3rd. Truex dropped to 4 with Hamlin.
Great racing.
32 to go.
Ty Gibbs trying to bust out of that pack, but here comes Christopher Bell on the bottom, up to 6th place.
Thanks for the subscribes, y'all.
Man, if that ain't a Hendrick-Gibbs battle, I don't know what is. 2 on the point. The rest of them, the Toyotas are strong, especially Hendrick. Or excuse me, Gibbs.
You'll get it straight.
I'm impressed with Bubba Wallace so far. On the speed out of his race car.
Yeah,
What's up, Curtis? Good to see you back, buddy.
Earlier, and how the back of the race car was doing what it was doing, but this racetrack's going to
Who
start
won
to get
stage 1? I'm not sure. I wasn't here. Who won stage 1, y'all? Let's see.
Get that ambient temperature down, the track temperature will go down, and the lap times will continue to pick up.
So William Byron now leads for the 3rd time.
I would say
tonight,
Ty
a total
Gibbs.
of 28 laps. Ty Gibbs has led 74. Christopher Bell 32.
Yeah, Clint, we were worried about that car, William Byron, and it's just had no problems whatsoever after that contact with the wall, drove straight to the lead.
Byron did. Okay. William Byron did.
Yellow.
And
Ooh,
Noah
heavy
Gragson. Contact with the goal.
Down the backstretch. A lot of nose damage.
Noah Gragson was running 24th as he brings out the 4th caution flag of the night. Lap 172.
Let's see. Let's go to
Spun
Christopher
down to
Bell.
the inside of the wall, it looks like. To see the rest here. There he was in the back spinning. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Heavy
Spun and
contact
hit
with
the
inside of
wall for
Hard to
Noah
tell what happened
Gragson.
right there, other than he was headed down the racetrack once we caught him.
Keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 200 likes, Joe. 200
That
likes.
will be done for the night.
Four yellow flags. Lap 100, of course, was the stage break, but B.J. McLeod spun at lap 88. Lap 158 was the caution to move the Ryan Blaney car off pit road. And here we are, lap
How can Byron
172.
smack the wall that hard and be fine?
To the inside wall on the back straightaway.
Like medical, dental, and vision insurance, and the network. And
Larry, where are we at on all of our tires here? This is starting to get dicey.
Yeah, Kevin, we ran 6 laps, and you've got some drivers, like, for instance, Ty Gibbs, that he has an additional set over a lot of the guys up front. I think you're going to see the majority of people stay out here just simply because of how close to the end of the stage it is.
Yeah, and as we see him working on Noah's car, it looked like from the SMT data that he started to come up the racetrack and may have just touched that door. We've seen a lot of these cars, if you just touch the door, it kind of just takes that car and shoots it sideways, and down the racetrack he went.
We'll try to verify if there was contact between he and Ricky Stenhouse.
A lot of times when you come off the corner, like they have a lot of wheel in it, trying to stay off the car on the outside of you, and if you get into it, it instantly responds and spin you out. But there's a lot of what ifs there.
Yeah, and if you just barely touch that right front on the door, I did it last year here coming off of turn 4.
Whoa. I watched that race back. You didn't just barely hit him. You hit him pretty hard.
It felt like it was just a little bit.
Most of the field was on pit road at lap 160. We'll see if there are any takers here. Pits will be open this time.
We're not even halfway, guys. A lot of action.
Not enough tires.
A lot of problems.
They started the race with 12 sets of new Goodyears and 1 set of qualifying scuffs. And it looks like most of the cars in the lead pack through about 7th or 8th place will stay out. Here's Truex in for pitting from 6th.
Truex. Just wasn't Truex there. We're going to ride with Christopher Bell.
First 5 did not stop. Most of the rest of the cars on the lead lap have come to pit road.
Thank you for subscribing, Mickey G.
Well, this is just going to mix it up even more. And
thanks for subscribing.
The 4 and
Dallas, welcome back.
Got that right.
Coach is in the house too.
19 that didn't pit last time, they were able to come in and get those tires. So we'll see if they can make any ground. Oh, there's that contact.
All right, Gregson, let's listen in to Christopher Bell's audio here. And don't have any of the sound from the driver. Here we go. We got it there. So we're riding with Christopher Bell here under caution, stage 2 of 4. I remember with the 600 miles, we have an extra stage. So hope everybody's doing well. My name is CeeLo. If you're just joining us, if you third, if you're coming over from the indie stream, thank you guys for making our stream so amazing. The numbers on that are ridiculous right now. So thank you guys so much. We also got the 13K and we're moving on to 14K now. So thanks guys so much. Next week coming up, where are we at next week? I forget. Where are we at? Iowa next week?
You're
Good old Gustav. Gustafson strikes again. Chase said P2 doesn't pit, so he's going to be a sitting duck with these guys with fresh tires. Let's see what happens. St. Louis. Oh, we're in St. Louis. Okay. I thought we were in Iowa. But we'll be doing the same thing next week right here on the channel.
All right, choosing this time.
3 weeks in June for NASCAR, and then last week I'll be in Nashville. So anybody going to Nashville, make sure you let me know. We're gonna be love to meet up with you guys. All right, so St. Louis next week. We'll be here. I hope everybody's doing well this Memorial Day weekend. You gonna do anything special on Memorial Day? I'm gonna smoke a barbecue butt through the weekend, through the night, and enjoy that tomorrow night. I was game all weekend. I was gone all weekend. Congrats on 13K. Thank you, Curtis. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Now we're back in our neck of the woods. We know what's going on here. We know the names. We know about what happens here. I was a rookie over there at the indie stream, but I guess I made it look like I knew what the heck I was doing. So, but it was fun.
Everybody's on the same tires as me.
What's up, Matthew? Good to see you. Right. And this is Christopher Bell we're listening to right here.
The 9's a little bit older. The first car that pitted is P18.
The Braves won too, so it's been a good day, but we lost Acuna. CeeLo is the man for all your racing covers. That's right. Try to be. Try to have fun, you know? Try to have fun. So keep on hitting that subscribe. Let's see if we get to 13,200. And let's see if we can get to 200 likes on the stream. Because we're at 1,849 on the likes. Cujo!
Fox Sports app. Nelson Hastings, that's camera one and has been for many, many years with that big pan on the leader, and is retiring at the end of this season after covering more than 2 million racing laps. The Indianapolis native, we want to wish a happy retirement. He will definitely be missed.
Lights are off of the pace car.
That's hard.
Let's go. 25 to go in this stage.
200 mile an hour. Watch how fast those guys work. Not only is it going side to side, they have to chase.
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing,
and zoom and
boys.
Focus at the same time.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
I didn't do any boogie this morning.
Trouble putting together zoom and focus.
Ha! You ought to watch you look through those glasses.
We go. Green flag.
And Elliott, two Chevys on the front row, teammates fighting for the lead as we go back to green.
Great push out of Denny Hamlin behind him.
Christopher Bell pushing Denny Hamlin. Or no, that's Bubba Wallace to the outside.
Two Chevys up front, two Toyotas side by side for third with Hamlin and Wallace and Bell.
Nice, Cherie. Appreciate it.
Harrison
Good to
Burton
see
had
you,
a safety
Cherie.
violation
Good news
on that
there.
pit stop. Kaz Grala got the free pass as we are back to green. Nice recovery by Hamlin after that equipment interference back at lap 88 that sent him to the back of the field. Let's check with Regan on our leader.
Well, Mike, before that last caution, we saw the contact for William Byron into the wall. He did update the team under the yellow as to what the car was doing after that. Said the steering wheel is to the right just a little bit. The team told him, learn it, figure it out. It is still pretty fast right now, so evidently not overly concerned about it right now at the moment.
Yeah, and you see as he comes up
24 hit the wall hard.
He's just clear, and Josh Berry's got a big head of steam, and they just kind of locked bumpers and shot him into the
21 to go here in stage 2.
Whatever that steering wheel
Christopher
is,
Bell on the outside with Denny Hamlin.
In the wrong way, for sure. And sometimes that's how you learn about things. You hit the wall, and you're like, man, I think this car feels better.
Toyotas.
And the next thing you know, you're going faster.
Chevy,
with the
Toyota.
front and rear tires.
Byron hit the wall, and he's still leading. What's up with that?
To make the car go
Bubbles
faster.
didn't hear me. How would those Golden Boys even run a whole stock car race 600 miles in the heat?
Having stopped at lap 160.
There's Christopher Bell getting around Denny.
It's a good run off.
All right, let's take a look and see where else. Let's go somewhere else here.
Where he was able to take advantage of Hamlin last lap, going down the back straightaway. Same location here, and you see Bell edge away.
Well, on the other side of your screen, you see on board with Chase Briscoe, and in front of him is Tyler Reddick. And we're almost 2 stages into this race, Mike, and he is still trying to find his way towards the top 10. He's got a fast enough car to run at the front of this race, but with that early penalty, he is just it's just taking time for him to get up front.
And heavy traffic.
Thank you, Andrew.
Reddick started in the back under penalty.
Sorry for cussing.
Did
What's
a
up, brother?
on lap 1, and has now worked his way up just outside the top 10.
All right, let's see if we get someone else here. Let's go. Let's go to everybody's favorite Chase Elliott.
Team in 26th place.
If I can get up there, Alan.
Sorry,
Come on.
I've been able to slice and dice through some of these guys like others, but really, you guys build an incredible race.
Where's Kyle Larson?
Thank you for letting me drive it, man.
Yeah, for sure, and you're doing a great job. Just remember, our mission is still be as solid as we can be.
We're going to ride along with Kyle Larson here in a second.
There had a moment for Justin Allgaier, guys. Before that, he had worked his way up to 13th. Then they came on the radio under that caution. Cliff Daniels said, "Remember the big picture." He's lost about 12 spots since that restart.
Yeah, we see Kyle Larson had to pit late there in the Indy 500, wound up 18th. Justin Allgaier has done a great job, but no matter what you've raced, until you get in the middle of this hornet's nest on the Cup side of things and understand how these cars feel in traffic and the things that are happening, it's just, you got to have the trial by fire sometimes. So
now Kyle Larson is, en route to Charlotte, will be at the racetrack within the hour, we're told.
Within the hour. 1999, CeeLo working for that second race of the day. Little tip for the effort, sir. Thank you so much, 1999 super chat. Thank you so much, Coach. Woohoo!
Currently in the top 10.
There you go, sir. Thank you so much, man. Hard work, dude. It's been a day, dude. $20 super chat. Thank you, buddy.
Well, it's not football season yet, so the stars come out at Charlotte. Lamar Jackson
$20
is
super
for
chat.
Ryan Blaney
Thanks, man.
Tonight, who is one of the 3 cars out of the race now, joining Noah Gragson and J.J. Yaley.
All right, here we go. Back at it. We're riding along with Chase Elliott. Let me see those 9s. If you're a Chase Elliott fan, let me see those 9s in the chat. Could he win here as well? Could he win here? Let's listen into Chase Elliott. Their car noise is not as loud.
And clear.
You see those 9s? I know Billy Vold's going to do that. Thank you so much, guys. 10 more subs to 13,200. Does the 8 or 47 have cameras? Yeah, we could do the 8. We'll do the 8 next. Eric, thanks for the subscribe. Appreciate it, Eric. So we're riding along with Chase Elliott here with 13 to go in stage 2. Chase Elliott in P6, but thanks for that. And another one, $9.99. A little something for Spain for putting up with you. Thank you so much, Coach. Woo! Thank you, Coach. I'm going to tell Spain right now. Hold on a second.
Run inside.
She's in the other room. She can't hear me.
Clear behind number 8.
So Chase there going past Bowman. Working on P5 for Chase Elliott. Mach. Larson flying 224 Julia Victor? That doesn't sound like a Mr. Hendricks, Mr. H's plane. Close profits. What's going on? Appreciate you here. But thank you, Coach, for the $19.99 and the $9.99 super chat. Thank you guys so much. It's not, he said. Okay. We're going to go when Allgaier gets out of that car. We're going to have the cam on it. Like everybody else. Welcome in, Mosh. What do you think about the 500? Did you like it? Speeding penalty. Doesn't matter how good you are. Do you think Larson would have been there at the end if he didn't have that speeding penalty? All right, back at it here.
Race for stage points at stage 2. Ross Chastain set to pick up the final point here.
Yeah, maybe we're seeing a little chink in the armor with that 24 from that wall contact on the late run right here.
Alex Bowman, Brad Keselowski, 5th place.
Bowman's done a great job all night. He's been right around that 4th, 5th place point on the racetrack pretty much all night. So see how that progresses. Still a long ways to go. And these drivers are going to be a little bit surprised.
Those profits, I don't know, man. It's weird.
Take a deep breath and realize that
make sure you hit that notification bell so you know. Robert, thanks for that subscribe as well.
When I was in this race, you'd get to halfway and it seemed like it was
gotta be kidding me.
My goodness.
Trying to get to 200 likes.
And that last 100 miles, you have to be mentally prepared for that too, because your body clock is just not prepared for that extra 100 miles. It's like, what the heck are you doing?
Bell needed a good run. It's been a long time since Christopher Bell has been up front leading these races. Been beat up. Has the speed, Kevin. We cover it every week. He has the speed, just hasn't been able to put the finishes together. Maybe tonight's the night for the Coca Cola 600.
Well, we talk all the time. Speed fixes a lot of problems. You can make a lot of mistakes. You can screw up on pit road. You can crash your cars. You can do whatever you want if you have speed, because you can overcome that deficit in whatever race that all that stuff finally stops if you have the speed in the car. And they've had speed pretty much every week.
7 laps to go to halfway. And the fight seems to be for second. Bubba Wallace keeps taking swings at William Byron. But
6 laps to go here.
Alongside the 24.
Byron was kind of down that same path that we just spoke of about Bell.
I like to subscribe. Thank you so much, Mountain. Appreciate you.
One thing that I noted that he said and told in pre-race was kind of went back to our old ways, got back in the realm of our teammates with the setups, and lo and behold, here he is back up front leading laps.
Jeff Gordon said on TV earlier that Kyle had access to Mr. H's jets and helicopters today.
Earlier on, he just now, as he got passed by Christopher Bell, came on to tell crew chief Rudy Fugel, it's hurt. We may need to work on it here at some point. Been complaining about being really.
All right, here we go. We're going to go right on what Kyle Rowdy.
Well, that's certainly what
Rowdy
we're worried
Bush.
about, especially when you heard
Where
that
is
driver
Kyle?
say that his wheel is off. You know that's at toe link. We've seen it before.
Rowdy in 15th spot, P15. If you want to know where your drivers are, let me know. Kyle Bush in P15.
That's something we have to do.
Caution.
Caution on the track.
Harrison Burton.
Harrison Burton, shocker.
Straight right there.
Now that one's got a broken toe link. Crab walking down the track.
Harrison Burton
for the Wood Brothers.
That 21.
Having trouble off turn number 2. A lot of right rear damage. Diffuser all messed up there.
Mountain Mama.
And laying frame as he comes across.
Right along with
29th.
Rowdy in P15. Like I said, if you need to know where your drivers are, let me know. I will scroll down and let you know where they're at.
We talk about it.
Rowdy.
A lot of different racetracks, and you get to that 3/4 mark in the corner when that car starts to turn, and if you've got too much wheel into it, he's running up there high.
The question is, I don't see him hit anything, and you said that toe link was bent. I think he may have lost it because of toe link.
Anybody hit him, though? No, nobody hit him.
2 on the way by.
At least he didn't hit the wall or anything. Thank you, Jonathan.
Well,
Thank you, Jonathan, for the subscribe.
He may, yeah, I think. Let's see if they go to work on this toe link. You could definitely tell he's been in a wall on the right rear.
Yeah,
Put the right rear back on. Didn't look at the toe link.
I think that
3 laps to go. You think they'll end the stage right here?
I don't think toe link's broke.
Probably.
Larry?
Yeah, Clint asked me the question about the time Harrison spun about the 24 cars toe length. If you're going to do it now. Don't keep waiting because you're going to lose a lot of ground. You got to try to make sure and stay on the lead lap. Don't even wait till pit road's open. Just come and do it.
Yeah, and he says that, I think he's talking about his steering wheel being off, and it could be from the back, but I think it might have the front end knocked out, Clint.
I think definitely slapped the right rear when it went up. You could see it hit the right rear on the wall. I'm not saying it's not the right front.
It's hard to tell. I mean, it could
You're going to know. If they come down and work on it, you'll know which end.
It could be either, but hearing him talk about the steering wheel position being off, it's definitely makes you think it might be the front.
Rear toe.
I don't think they're considering working on it. They're talking about air pressure changes and wedge this trip to pit road.
That's a lot of track position to give up, especially as fast as that thing is.
Cleanup trucks out on the back straightaway, and 2 to go in the stage. So pit road is closed, and it looks like we'll end this stage under caution. And so these will be the stage results. Christopher
Coach
Bell
gave me a $19.99 super chat, and then he gave me another $9.99 super chat and said, "This one's for Spain for putting up with your butt racing all day."
Bowman.
Yeah, I'm going to cook a dinner by myself, and I'm going to eat dinner by myself.
That's right. So we're listening to Kyle Busch's audio here as we're at a commercial break. And I must know every time that we do that because it goes to a commercial every time. But hope everybody's doing well. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Almost 600 of us here already. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on the go at CeeLo. It's been a great day racing here on the channel. We tried to do 1,100 miles, but it's more probably going to be like 900 miles or something like that. But hope everybody's enjoyed their day today with us. If you hung out with us from the Indy 500 or hung out in the chat since, I don't know, 9 a.m., let me know if you were here. We have to pay her to put up with you. That's right. That is right. Stage ends here, Mosh says. That's right. Menace says boring. Mr. C, where's the 22 car?
Or a bag or anything?
Joey Logano in P19. P19 for Joey Logano. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Spain is the glue. Only Ford is Brad K up front. Where's Chris Buescher at? Where's Buescher? They worked all night to get that car going. He's in P11. He started at the back of the pack. So good for him. Yeah, about that. I was around at 9 a.m. when I opened the stream. Awesome, man. So all the ones that were here way back when, talking in the chat, hanging out, we appreciate you and you're hanging out with us. That's awesome. So, and it kind of pushed our stream a lot too with us talking in the chat before it started. Because we got like 40 subscribers just off air from people subscribing because they wanted to watch the 500. So turned out to be a really good day. Where's the 45? Reddick is in P10. Reddick's in P10. Jeff Gordon said on TV. Oh, you already said that. Hold on a second. Let me refresh this. We've been here since breakfast. That's right.
Kyle Larson's day in Indianapolis started with heavy rains. There was Zach Brown and Rick Hendrick, Jeff Gordon, car owners. They got the Indy 500 underway, but Larson got tagged in a restart, fell back, fought his way back up to 6th place in the 500, but a speeding penalty set him back and he finished 18th. Kyle then hopped into the car, the helicopter, and the jet to fly to Charlotte. He's currently over Middle Tennessee.
Dang it.
As he heads to Concord, but
they knew our boy was there, though.
Justin Allgaier started the race here in the number 5. There are the results of the Indy 500. Congrats to Joseph Newgarden on the win.
Where's he at, Mosh? Where exactly
Here
is
in
he?
Charlotte at the end of stage 2. Christopher Bell, the leader for
This
Toyota.
is like the
William
Taylor
Byron for
Swift
Chevrolet.
watch.
The Toyota's
But
Bubba Wallace
Swift
and
was
Denny
going to the
Hamlin.
Super Bowl.
And the first Ford is Brad Keselowski.
So Christopher Bell
in 5th
wins
place.
stage 2.
Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, Josh Berry.
We're going to stage
Ross
3 now.
Chastain, Tyler Reddick getting stage points at halfway, 300 miles complete here in Charlotte.
Jonathan, thank you for that subscribe.
As
Robert
is
as
the
well.
Memorial Day tradition.
Oh, lap
NASCAR
200,
is pulling
y'all.
the cars to pit road for a special Memorial Day weekend remembrance. For 2.5 centuries, our American military have won, protected, and preserved the many freedoms we enjoy, yet so often take for granted. Memorial Day, our most solemn holiday, when America's military might stands ready, yet thankfully, their guns are silent. And so too in Charlotte, our engines are silent, so we may remember, reflect, and honor those who sacrificed all for our freedoms with this moment of silence. Thank you. Please remember to fly our flag proudly tomorrow. We'll be back to continue with the Coca Cola 600 on Fox.
All right. Thanks for that, guys. That was awesome. That was pretty cool. I was there in 2019 and they did that. And that was pretty cool to go from really loud and then all the cars turned off. And that was pretty cool. So let me get this cam. It's kind of lagging on me here. So appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you for subscribing, Robert. NASCAR always classy when it comes to our servicemen and women. You're right, Coach James. Don't look now, but here comes the 6 USA. Keselowski in P5, the only Ford. And then you got Josh Berry in P8. But thanks so much, guys, for hanging out with us today. It's been a great day. And we're at almost 600 again in here. It's been fun. See if we can get a whole bunch more in here toward the end. The IndyCar stream right now is, let's see here. I'll tell you right now. 36,000 subscribers, 36,000 views. We went over 13K, over 100 plus subscribers, and it was fun. And congratulations to Joseph Newgarden. And we're going to celebrate 13K toward the end of this race for hitting that 13K. So make sure you stick around for celebration of Pie in the Face. I know Triton would like that. I'm sure he'll watch that on replay. But Pie in the Face to CeeLo for 13K. So thank you guys for all the fun. So let's go to Willie B. Willie B is in P2. So let's do that. I want to watch the restart here. Now, I guess they have to go back around the track and if they want to pit. But Mario, thank you so much for that as well. Thanks for the subscribe. Who will win stage 3? We'll see. Thank you for that. Bless Israel. Chris says Larson has crossed over into North Carolina on the flight radar. Everybody's watching. It's the T-Swizzle watch.
Matt Byron currently in second and Gibbs in 13th at this halfway break. Nightfall in Charlotte.
Okay.
As the track continues to cool and track conditions continue to change.
Another opportunity for some mistakes here on pit road, Kevin. Keeps shaking this race up in a big way.
Every week we have these mistakes and things that happen on pit road, but it's just because of the speed and intensity of the pit stops. It's such a small margin of error in order to get those mid to high 8-second pit stops. So we'll see what happens. A lot of mistakes by the teams. We've seen mistakes by the drivers.
Keep an eye on this. Up there.
It's like tracking Santa.
And then all these cautions start happening.
Eating tires.
Eating
That's
tires
funny.
in a big way.
It's like tracking Santa.
5 caution flags
That's hilarious.
so far,
We get
including the 2 stage
so I guess Byron's camera's not working because I tried to click on it. It's not working. So
And those mistakes on pit road are magnified because excellence is expected. A 10-second stop
Benny.
for 4 tires of fuel is now the norm. Anything over that is unacceptable, and any mistake under green, they're racing at a football field a second. It'll cost you hundreds of yards on the racetrack. Under caution, it'll cost you track position.
Oh,
so here we go, Josh.
How does it do that?
Well, Bubba Wallace said that car is good right now. Just a little
Wow, I can do
bit
2
off, maybe
cams
a
at the
minor
same
adjustment to get it
time?
dialed in the way they need it to be. Regan? Christopher Bell took off tight on this run, but started to get free as the run went on. Ride quality started to get worse, especially up top as well. The 24 of William Byron, he is wagging the tail on exit, meaning it's a little bit too free, and he has to get the wheel straight extremely quick on exit, Jamie.
Brad Keselowski pits from 5th in the 6th
Okay, I
car.
wanna get rid of one of
Security
these.
getting worse there.
How do you get
a
rid
little
of
bit
it?
better center turn.
All right, I'll fix it here in a
Tires
second.
here. They'll have 4 sets of stickers remaining.
Christopher Bell wins the race off pit road. The first 3 come out in the same order in which they entered. Chase Elliott picked up 3 spots. Christopher Bell has picked up his 3rd stage win.
All right, Christopher Bell picks up the stage win. We're going to ride along with your favorite, everybody's favorite race car driver, Denny Hamlin, for the restart. Appreciate y'all. I know you get that's my reward for doing this tonight. Kevin Ortiz, what's going on? Welcome in. Joseph says Larson's coming back from the 500 to win the. Wouldn't that be good if he could win here? That would be awesome. But Allgaier is holding his own. He is holding his own. Where is Allgaier? Let's see where he's at. Allgaier, look at Allgaier, P10. The 5 just is like, hey, like the man's coming. We got to get the car going here. But let's ride along with Denny Hamlin here in. I guess the sound is not working. I don't like that at all. All right. I don't like these in-car cameras either. I like the ones on the hood, on the top of the roof. Denny beats favorite driver. Awesome, Seb. Appreciate you being here. Dropping those 11s. Boo 11, Billy Bowles. Look at that. That was good timing right here. Danny right there.
Keep doing this.
You see those 11s.
I just, like I said, I've someone do it so poorly. And what's worse is he just keeps doing it over and over again. Like at some point, you have to try something different. He just doesn't get it. Can you
park me any further back at all? Yeah. I mean, 1.5 feet maybe. We'll look at the video.
So Denny back in P9. Must have had a bad pit stop. And I guess I'm gonna have to break down and buy the Mavis hat and shirt. Stenhouse didn't wreck Kyle. Disappointing. Matt says. So we're in stage 3. 3 laps of 100. And then we have another 100 laps to go after that. Of a 400 laps, 600 miles. Y'alls, I got you. Stupid roofer. Where's Cindric, CeeLo? Let's see. Where's Cindric? Cindric is in 24th, P24, stupid roofer. P24 for Cindric. Hello from North Carolina. About an hour from the track. Awesome, Bob. Good to see you, Bob. Thanks for tuning in to On The Go at CeeLo. Appreciate you.
Get them out of the way. Do that. Don't do that. Just drive this motherfucker to the front. We'll be fine.
Michael, all love from Sweet Home, Chicago. Good to see you, Michael. Come on, Bubba. Take out Byron. If Spinhouse touches Rowdy, he'll probably never race a cup again. I think that feud is over, Adam. I think they took care of that.
Look at how the air temperature has dropped, well, only about 8 degrees, but the track temperature has come way down since the start of this race. And there are some Thunder Boomers in the area. It looks like we have a window right through there. Let's see how long we can keep this track green.
All that bothers me, though. All those lightning strikes.
Yeah, we're going to have to
watch your mouth, Clint.
Regan.
Well, Mike, the troubles continue on pit road for the 11 of Denny Hamlin, the 17 of Chris Buescher, as well as the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek. These stalls all tight together all night long. There's been issues of these guys getting in and out, and it continued on this last stop.
Well, then go over there, Chris. Stop. I think go talk to him. Brother, if I do anything more than I've already done, we're going to fight. You understand? I've done all I can do. That's what I'm going to do next time. You hear me, 17? Park in your box. I will stop on your bumper.
Man, Buescher.
You don't hear Denny Hamlin that fired up very often.
Well, it's frustrating. We talk about the length of these pit stalls and the way that this is cycled out.
There's Buescher and Denny Hamlin getting into it.
11 is in front of the 17, and the 17 comes around into his pit box, and Denny Hamlin can't get out of his pit box. And every time he comes to pit road, he's having to back up. And he thinks that the 17 should be able to.
Did Larson make it in time to start? No, he did not, Seb. He's on his way. He's almost here.
And his pit box just leaves his tail hanging out. And it's just, it's not a good scenario for either of them.
And 17's trying to stop so he doesn't get in the back of Nemechek, trying to get out of his box. Nemechek, the 42 there. So we'll keep a close eye on that as we go forward. Bell and Byron on the front row. Toyota Chevy. First Ford is Keselowski in 5th.
All right, here we go back to green.
There's the
Christopher Bell on the inside, Byron on the outside. I guess his camera doesn't work since he hit the wall or something. Here we go.
Here we go. Green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
On this, the end of stage 2 caution. So stage 3.
Yeah, over 200 laps.
Here we go.
Yep, halfway.
Pace car is in.
We're halfway.
We're back to green.
Meow. Meow.
Someone's meowing. No.
Oh, man, you see Chase Elliott have a bad corner right there, stuck in the middle, and here comes that 45 car, Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick, 45.
3 wide into 3, back for 5th spot.
Reddick, P7.
Reddick climbs the hill and leaves with the position. 2 wide.
You know that car's strong when it hit the wall, and he's still fast.
I'm interested to see what happens to William Byron's car this run. We heard him go loose in the last run, back not in the racetrack, and See if they made any adjustments to that car.
Andrew says, "Oh my gosh,
fine last time."
Ross, you're looking at the 23 to rub him into the wall.
A little bit, got some
Chastain.
He noted the wheel being off just a little bit, skewed to the right. See if this adjustment helps him out. Those two have been the class of field so far, 20 and 24.
And Bubba.
Christopher Bell back to the top where he likes to launch off turn number 2.
24 is more aerodynamic. Steve with the 24. Willie B. Bring him up on the thing as we always do.
First 6 single file.
We see those 24s in the chat. If you're a Willie B fan.
Boy, Kyle Busch has had a rough night. Couple of penalties.
Kyle Busch with a couple penalties.
Safety violation on his stop at lap 140.
He can't get away from those penalties on the pit road, man.
And tonight has been no different. And obviously, he
3
has
minutes,
a very fast
Zachary
race car,
says.
or a good enough race car to position himself back up into the top 10. So kudos to Kyle Busch and that team for bringing the car to the racetrack. They just got to get it straight on pit road.
Behind Busch, Ross Chastain.
Allgaier's done a good job.
Earlier, and is now trying to fight his way back into the top 10.
You see him running third right there, Brad Keselowski. This car is.
Now, he's going to go a couple laps down to change out. Hopefully he can do it under caution.
But here on the restart, running third. Having a good night so far.
Allgaier. There he is, 21st spot, P21.
Like you've been talking about, Kevin.
Hopefully he can do it under caution at a pit stop.
Chase Elliott, we talk about Brad Keselowski.
Experience.
The experience leads to less mistakes, and a lot of times that leads to less mistakes on your team as well, because that's the mentality that and the approach to the race that is taken.
Pole sitter Ty Gibbs trying to gain some ground here. He led 74 laps earlier. Now works his way underneath Bubba Wallace for 5th place.
Hamlin is on the move. That's right. There he goes, passing Chase.
Up 7 positions just because
and
of that
Ty.
stall. Sure does help.
Well, another car, that one car, Ross Chastain right there. We haven't heard much out of him over the last little bit, but his car was a lot faster when he had clean air. Fell way back on a pit stop and is working his way back forward as well.
Big crossover out. Chase Elliott running to the inside of Denny Hamlin. Run into trouble, though. Got tight behind Gibbs. And it just shows you, as soon as he got in the wake of that car, really had to slow up to keep the front end underneath of him.
Yeah, you have to be very patient with these cars on the inside.
Andrew with a $2 super chat. Couldn't he do it during a weather delay? Yeah. They hope that the rain, that would be, I don't know, because then they red flag the cars, so you really can't make any changes.
Hey,
does a car driver count?
And make a mistake and
that's a question. We got to know. But thanks for the $2 super chat, Andrew. Appreciate that.
And Chastain with them. Ty Gibbs settles in behind Bubba Wallace and has a mirror full of Denny Hamlin.
Tyler Reddick all the way from the back, guys, all the way up to 4th place. We knew when he came out after that penalty.
All right, let me go to a different car here. Tyler Reddick.
Off from the leaders. He was going to be a force if he got back around to it. And yes, sir, he is.
Go to Tyler Reddick now.
Great run so far, Tyler Reddick.
Those shots from Reddick's Toyota Cam. Let's get an update from Josh.
Well, yeah, to that point, Clinton, that's why when I talked to their crew chief, Billy Scott, before the race,
definitely not winning, he'll choke.
This car was really good yesterday.
Andrew, thanks for the $2 super chat, buddy. Appreciate it, bud. And becoming a member earlier. Thank you, buddy.
Tyler Reddick's only complaint before that last stop.
There we go. We're going to ride along with Tyler Reddick.
Right back where they expected it to be as a contender.
Well, for a car that started the race almost a lap down under penalty, Reddick has had a great
Tyler Reddick in P4, chasing down Brad Keselowski.
See Ty Gibbs lose a couple spots to Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott there, so.
But I'm saying, like,
you saw it earlier in the race.
Is that including making changes to the car? Because under a red flag, you cannot change anything. So that's the question.
Those positions, and hearing that he got into the wall as well.
Is Larson Racing? Not yet. Not yet.
I think Yep. Just tight traffic. He was way.
Oh, actually, he just hit the wall there. Did you see that?
Head north all the way into the wall.
Reddick to the wall. Ugh.
So as the track cools and tightens up, how do you have to adjust your driving style to keep up with the racetrack?
If it does tighten up.
Yeah, well, if your car is tight, it's really going to hurt that momentum through the center of the corner because you're not going to be able to
Reddick
push
in
that
P4. I don't know how
he's
he's
the corner to keep that mid-corner
so close to the wall. Look at how close he gets.
Time around the top of the corner, so you got to try to find something.
I don't know. That one just did cross-check himself into the boards.
You just got to slow down.
Look
You can't hit the wall.
Look how close he gets to that wall, man.
And take your lumps and try to make an adjustment.
Reddick does so good.
See, Brad Keselowski, we just noted it, man. He is
loose. Is fast.
Really fast tonight with his RFK cars. These guys.
I don't think they will take Allgaier out of the car.
Ever since Kansas
you don't think so?
Particularly on these intermediate racetracks, these mile and a half, they have.
Then why would he drive here? I mean, I know he wants to come home, but I guess he just wants to come home.
Working lap 20 of stage 3. Christopher Bell's now led more laps today than.
Christopher Bell in the lead. He needs this win badly, y'all. I don't know why it's the. You can't hear the. So watching Tyler Reddick here run along with him in P4. I'm gonna have to reset it, make it because I want to hear the sound. Thank you for the subscribes, y'all. 13,220 on the subscribes. It's been a great day for us on the channel. So
pretty happy with balance right now. Man, copy that. 15 on tires. Slow it on the bottom.
Tyler Reddick making a move on Willie B. It can start raining at any time. It might go between them. It might go high and low on them. 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. The vortex will stop it. That's right. Just part the ways. Lightning could shut things down, though. Yeah, within a 5-mile radius, they can shut the track down. You're right. But Tyler Reddick coming close. Tyler Reddick taking the inside. Byron going high. Reddick going to the inside line in that turn, and Byron going high. Yeah, it's Seb. It's kind of coming at Charlotte, but it's going out to the side. It's the same system, the tail end of the system that went through Indianapolis. He might get him this time. He might be side by side at the line. Nope. Byron gets it there. Byron's camera's not working for some reason. I don't know why. Let's go, Brad. Still there trying to chase down Christopher Bell. But a good little battle for third place here. And as you can look up there, Keselowski is reeling in Christopher Bell. He's right behind him as well. So 2 battles here for the lead in first and second and third and fourth. Keep hitting that subscribe. Keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 300 likes. 300 likes. We're at 224. Thanks for the subscribe, Richard Newton. Appreciate you, Richard, for subscribing. Always on here. Vortex only works at Bristol. Be going to Bristol as well, and we're back to live audio.
Well, I've heard you tell me many times tonight that I was no fun, so you're doing a good job out there.
All right, Christopher Bell and Brad Keselowski going at it for the lead. And once again, across the screen, we'll scroll our ticker of the fallen servicemen and women of the United States that are memorialized on these race cars, pace cars, and support vehicles this evening.
So many servicemen and women here this weekend today. It's awesome to see the turnout and be able to give thanks to them.
And so many Gold Star families that Greg Walter introduced in the driver's
Back
meeting.
to Brad Keselowski.
Turn 2, car on the wall.
Ow, it just missed him. Right in front of the leaders. And we got a caution.
Under caution for the 6th time tonight.
Get it rolling.
Harrison Burton will
Not
get
yet,
back
Kyle.
on the lead lap.
They'll let us know, trust me.
As LaJoie, it appeared to be a single car spin. Let's have a look here.
I think it just came out from underneath of him, Kevin.
Yeah, well, when you get into turn 1 right there, the car goes over. There's a whole bunch of bumps getting in the corner, and it kind of gets light. And if you get too much speed or hit those
hit the
bumps
wall.
on,
He
it'll
just missed the wall. So LaJoie misses the wall. He
Corey
spins
did a great job keeping it out of the wall. as a
in
matter of
turn
fact.
2, but
Car's gonna.
he's good to go.
Put tires on it. Survived to see another lap. Larry, another set of
You're welcome,
tires,
Michael.
though.
I live in west of Charlotte. Haven't got any rain or storm so far. Good deal.
This actually puts you right there on the window of maybe not having to stop again should we stay green to the end of stage 3.
Hearing a lot of those cars get tight, you are, Larry. You talked about the 54 getting tight, and you can't run that top lane when those cars start doing that. So we've heard William Byron talk about it. He hit the wall and it got looser. That might play good for him as he goes into the end of this race, but they're going to have to deal with that 45 before this is all said and done, Clint.
Now, looking at LaJoie's car on pit road, it appears he did not get the wall unless it was with the left side.
He did a great job keeping it out of the wall. It was very close, obviously, but going back to Reddick, what you just said, that car's getting bigger in the rear view, buddy.
Yeah, they put that Monster Beast on the hood of that
Monster
thing. And it has
Beast.
been a beast all night. It has run well high, low, all the way through the field. He had to serve a penalty at the beginning of this race.
I'm also impressed and keeping my eye on this 6 car. He's the one that got it done in Darlington after 110 tries, and now he's knocking on the door of another one already.
Well, I think Keselowski and Reddick had the best cars there at the end of the run. Obviously, Bell was the leader, but I felt like Brad was a little bit better as we got towards the end of that run. So lots of adjustments now. Temperatures are still cooling off. The track conditions have changed. We're starting to hear a lot of tight cars. Got to be able to run that top, and that thing's got to turn.
And we still have 250 miles to race here tonight.
Well, I'm just worried about how many tires we have left.
I wonder if Larson can wear it. I'm sure they've changed in that Mountain Billy. I'm sure he had one in the helicopter. Caroline, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, CeeLo, thanks for streaming this. Tonight, our local Fox station has bad weather on.
Focused on here. Communications going on over here. They're going to back that 11 up right here. Try to get him. You can't be back behind the line. And then you see where they've made these adjustments on the 17, trying to move him up a little bit. Working together so this confusion and frustration at 11 doesn't happen again.
Well, now, Larry, all 4 of your tires have to be in the box, but can't the back of
There
your
it
car
is again.
hang
The
over
triple
the back of that
six.
box?
We had it at the Indy stream as well.
Absolutely. You see how deep he was pitting in the box right there. But Mike, with an
We had it at the
behind
Indy
me,
stream,
I would
triple
mark it
six.
to where my rear
So maybe
tires
that's a
are
good
just
thing because
inside
we
that
finished with
box,
like
'cause that's all you
1,300.
have to
But
have.
someone
And the car
leave
can
or
be hanging
gain,
over. It
please.
doesn't matter how far you're going to back up. That 17 sitting sideways on the box that bad, you're blocked in.
And these cars they don't turn well getting out of the pit boxes.
There you go.
Twitch as they
Thank
are
you.
on the track, they do not turn well at low speed. Josh?
For the 45 of Tyler Reddick, that car just maybe a half number.
Here we go.
No adjustments.
Let's watch the pit row. I'm sorry, I got the camera off. Watching Keselowski's crew go to work.
Chief Adam Stevens to make that race car a little bit tighter on the throttle. He does not want the ride quality hurt when they do that, though. On the 24 of William Byron has still got the back of the car swinging around too much.
St.
because of that
Sydney,
rear
what's up?
damage. Jamie?
Sense urgency down here. Brad Keselowski's team had told him 10 to 15 minutes away for the weather. He was trying to get the lead, came up a little short, needed an air pressure adjustment, 4 tires there.
Hamlin got out of his box clean. Buescher had to back up because of the 42, who couldn't get out of his box at all. This is Keystone Cops at that end.
So Denny was complaining about Buescher. They push Buescher up forward so he can do his thing, and then he gets in the way of the 42. The 42 gets in the way of him. So that's crazy. All right, let's listen into the 6. I know we've been listening to the 6 for a little bit, but he's in the lead. Rain's on its way. They could shorten this thing. We'll see what happens. Keep on hitting that subscribe, hitting that like button for us. As I got Keselowski. Nope. I guess the sound's just not on tonight. We're almost at 700 people in here tonight. Thanks so much for the likes and subscribes, y'all. P1 for Brad Keselowski. I didn't think he got in P1, though. Didn't look like he made it, but we'll see what happens here.
Hi, Big Game. Couple of save reminders here. We'll save a little bit right here. I don't think we're going to run to the end, but it helps a little bit. And then reminding your throttle for cooling. And your switch once we get ready to go. And you will be P2. Have some fun, buddy.
All right, Caroline. Oh, my phone died. Oh, that's horrible. The tornadoes have been bad today with the storms. Hope everybody's safe.
All right, buddy, choosing this time here. Sure. Choosing this lap, front row.
Wall-to-wall coverage, that's right. We try to. We try.
Choosing here, outside row.
Keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 300 likes on the stream. We had 500 for the Indy stream. Hey. Your favorite friend is here.
She is?
Yeah.
And the memories that.
All right, so Keselowski and Christopher Bell. We'll watch them battle here in the restart. We are still here. That's right, Jamie. Thanks for all the ones that have been with me all day long. I appreciate you guys. Uh-oh, Larson is here.
Indianapolis, and here we are halfway in the Coca Cola 600. Had there not been a weather delay in Indy,
Larson is landing.
To run all 1,100 miles today. Started 5th at Indy and finished 18th after leading 4 laps.
It's going to be a long day. Not quite the 1,100 miles he was thinking it was going to be, but...
All right, buddy, to the green.
Nonetheless,
Here we go, green flag. Biggity. Let's go racing, boys.
After not turning one single lap, Kevin is running 14th. Good job, bud.
All right, equipment interference on Daniel Suarez and an uncontrolled tire for John Hunter Nemechek, in addition to the traffic jam with Chris Buescher and Denny
We'll have to refresh the system here.
Bell and Keselowski up front for the restart, then Reddick and Gibbs, Byron and Elliott, Wallace, Hamlin, Bowman and Chastain, the top 10.
Oh, they called it off. They called off the restart.
Here. 42 car.
Oh, Lord.
A joke. 42.
Buescher is mad. If he's not mad at Denny, he's mad at somebody else. World according to Nate, he says no.
Kevin, why does it?
Well, a lot of it compiles because this car needs to go back.
More storm coverage than race coverage in Chicago. You're welcome.
The 17 has to come around the 11 cars while his guys are out there trying to change the tires. So he winds up angled.
He's no Denny. There you go, my man Seb.
Well, and then it gets worse. The 11 car has an opening in. You're right. So the 11 car still needs to back up, but the 17 winds up crooked, and then the 42 comes around him and has to be crooked, and they all have to back up. So everybody's mad at everybody because this sequence is not timing out well because they're all running in the backwards order that they need to be running in for this to work okay. Meaning,
ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Larson is landed in Charlotte.
This could be crazy because they're telling the drivers.
I prematurely did a boogity. I apologize.
Out, so that's just going to ramp it up.
This is going to be a good view right here.
Steering wheel. Both the feet.
Here we go, green flag. Boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
All right, lights.
That's an awesome camera shot. Oh, this is great.
Toyota
Look at this.
Oh,
Christopher Bell. Wow, that's awesome.
People to hold off here.
Green flag.
Great camera work.
Reddick up there in third.
Give that man a star. Woo! P2. Now go get him, Brad.
Outside. Comes Ty Gibbs on the bottom. The help all dispersed on that outside.
We see those 20s, the new leader, Christopher Bell.
On the bottom. Now Gibbs down there as well, in third. Bell, Kozlowski, Gibbs, Reddick, Elliott.
Kozlowski running to that bottom, hanging tough down on the bottom, right to the bumper.
He definitely has a better car, Clint. It's just a matter of him getting around Christopher Bell.
Minutes dropping those sixes.
The right instance, and you see Tyler Reddick and Ty Gibbs side by side. You see the flames out of the pipe. Ty has to lift after he gets tied up off the corner.
Two Toyotas fighting for third.
Only halfway, but we are officially in a race with halfway.
And fifth right behind them. Three-way battle there with Denny Hamlin in the middle of Byron and Elliott. Now here comes Bowman and Chastain.
Bowman.
And you saw Tyler Reddick on the bottom right there, and you see Alex Bowman go to the bottom of the racetrack to try to capitalize. That's actually
all right. Let's see some other folks here.
Capitalize on Reddick's
let's go see Ross Chastain.
If you don't make that pass on the bottom of this racetrack, it jeopardizes losing a position behind you because you either get tight, don't make the pass, or they get that big draft when the cars are side by side. Here they go again.
54 to 45 battling.
They are being caught by Byron and Hamlin.
You see how bad it stalled those cars out side by side down that straightaway. Byron pulls right to the rear bumper.
Yeah, and you see contact right there. Gibbs into the fence.
And here comes a crossover into
the grass.
Wow.
Pass them both. Pass in the grass, baby. How about that?
That was awesome.
Byron put it all into it.
That was turf and not grass.
Well, these guys all know that, I promise you.
And release your happiness hormones. But we are Swedish.
Chase not having a good day.
We didn't need science to tell us that.
Ty Gibbs moved up to give him some room and got in the wall.
Walt says it's a travesty.
That was awesome.
With Toyota up there. Look at those Toyotas.
So
1, 4, 5, and 6.
Positions with Bell, Kozlowski, and Byron. Toyota, Ford, and Chevrolet. I think we need another look at that. It's tonight's big move, sponsored by Pods.
Did the garage pull?
See the two monster cars get into one another. Reddick come up, got loose, come up into him. But look at that. You can see as he shot through that grass, the dust come flying up. Big move.
Beat me to it, Coach.
Taking advantage of those two getting together.
Yeah, you get excited. You get excited up here a lot, Clint, but it's rare.
Byron went to the inside past Reddick and Gibbs. We're right along with Ross Chastain here.
Look at that.
Not since the days of Dale Earnhardt have we seen a pass in the grass at Charlotte.
Oh, you're going to make some people mad if you're comparing Byron to Dale Earnhardt.
Battling Bill Elliott for the lead in the All-Star race really wasn't a pass. It was just Earnhardt diving down.
Who's the driver for the Bass Pro Shop? There's 3 Bass Pro Shop cars. There's
two positions.
Truex, Austin Dillon, And
Justin
Noah
Allgaier
Gregson
has done exactly what this team needed him to do. Keep that car on the lead lap. Give us feedback. Keep us in the game till Kyle
He
Larson
came out of
gets
nowhere.
here.
He said,
He's
"You
not
dang
far
right."
away. Jamie?
That's exactly
You gonna
right.
get
I
in
was listening to their
trouble
radio
saying
too,
that
and
stuff.
Cliff Daniels said, "Hey, buddy,
Can't
be
be
happy about tonight.
comparing
You have checked all
Willie
the
B to
boxes we
Dale
wanted
Earnhardt."
you to check. Keep on digging." And Allgaier said, "This car is so fast. When Kyle gets in it, he's going to fly through the field." So we're awaiting Kyle right now.
Wow. Those views from the HendrickCars.com, Cam. That back Larson at Indianapolis and here at Charlotte.
All right, let's see some other cars here. Chastain wasn't
Martin
involved
Truex
there.
with
Let's see who else we got.
Truex, who once led.
Let's ride along with Justin Allgaier.
592
Let's
of the
do it.
600 miles. Now in 12th, having an un-Martin-like 600 so far.
Well,
Justin Allgaier. We're right along with Justin Allgaier because it might be time.
Didn't stay out, and it just hasn't cycled back.
Al is moving just not fast. He also had a couple penalties as well.
Pizza onboard camera with Joey Logano. This car was terrible to start with, and now we see.
And there's a caution.
I see a helicopter coming. There's Larson. It's a caution for weather, guys.
Caution for weather.
Lap 246.
Or do they throw the caution so Larson can get in the car?
Number 7.
All right, we're going to stay right here
on the racetrack.
with Larson, with the Allgaier. I don't know. This is going to be interesting to watch.
It's brief.
So it's 55 to go in stage 3.
This could help that driver exchange be way more efficient under caution. Or maybe
Caution for Larson. They were like, let's just throw the caution.
It's going to rain a little bit. Going to rain pretty hard here for just a short amount of time.
May not even lose more than one lap.
No.
If that. That would be big.
And there's still a long ways to go.
Yeah, he's just barely 46 laps past halfway.
Can you explain NASCAR to me? I'm like 5 years old.
Running 13th.
No, I don't have time for that, Louis.
I say it all the time. Just what the doctor ordered.
Caution for rain, Justin G says.
For Kyle Larson, NASCAR
Come on,
rules
Mother Nature.
require that to remain eligible in playoff contention,
I don't see any rain on any camera of Allgaier's.
Race. If you're unable to start a race, you can request a waiver from NASCAR, but that is not guaranteed. So obviously, due to weather at Indianapolis, Larson was not here to start the 600. However, it's expected he's going to get in this car in relief of Justin Allgaier. Caution for rain on the race.
Caution for Kyle Larson arriving at the track. All right, so we're right along with Justin Allgaier here.
Going to be our number. Copy. We'll go through a pit cycle before we choose, correct? We should, yes. Copy. Just in case they don't, we're ready.
NASCAR's going to give him the waiver.
Question, Cliff, if Kyle does get here, more of a penalty for pulling up the pit, or do we want to just pit in sequence and just hope that we don't go a lap down?
We would pit first time on a closed.
Can we roll out the red carpet?
We have NASCAR ahead of time. We cannot pull up to pit. A lot of guys are talking about playing the rain game right
What's for supper? Spain is cooking filet mignon, baked potatoes. I haven't eaten all day. I've been doing this stuff all day. I haven't eaten one thing all day. I'm starving.
Man, I mean, the time.
And if there's a rain delay, I'm going to eat.
Perfect for Kyle to get in right here.
Yeah, I know. And
But thank you so much for that $2 super chat, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, buddy. Prophet.
You know, if the rain is going to come, which we
He's
all
my
think
Kyle
it is,
Busch fan.
I think we've got to keep you.
Hopefully, maybe he gets a turnaround here.
Right now to make that call.
Sir, copy.
If I keep you out, I mean keep you out on track.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. Seven is a free pass. He'll be coming here outside. I'll let you know when he's close.
Allgaier in 13th spot. P13 for Justin Allgaier. He's going to be a cup driver one day, and he's going to be a heck of a one. Why did they ban the Confederate flag for NASCAR, Louis? We're not going to get into that either. Have the restraints pulled and ready for Larson. Let's go. That's right. Thanks for subscribing, Colton. Appreciate that. Send CeeLo a pizza. Yeah, I know. I'm hungry.
Just had lightning, so I would assume that's going to set the lightning clock.
Oh, lightning.
No, but we all just saw the lightning.
All right, copy.
So, someone just got the wave around. That was Corey LaJoy. He's back on the lead lap now. He was one lap down. Corey LaJoy back on the lead lap. Jimmy Johnson, 29th.
My radio battery's about to die, and I don't know that I have one.
Somebody will give you a spare. Don't worry. Pit road's still
Larson is in the pits.
I'm going to be off Tom on the main channel. Trevor, I'll have you on too.
Copy. Do you have any rain at all up top? It's spitting here and there. I'm telling the guy that it's raining. Copy. Got just a little bit in the middle of the front, and then not terrible, but obviously not goable either.
Waltrip won a race in relief in 1977, the last time that happened. However, DW does not get the credit for it, nor will Larson. Justin Allgaier is the driver of record for this race.
I think I just heard a lightning strike call. That means these cars will come down to pit road. That will give them everything they need to get this driver swap under here efficiently, not lose laps. Going to have to go to the back, as you said, but they're not going to lose a lap. You're going to put that guy in a really fast race car that Justin Allgaier already has 13th. He's got a shot at this thing. This is not over for
I mean, it's the same paint job as the other one, so.
And if a driver
Or he gave him a fresh one.
Red flag.
That's horrible, Caroline.
When the race is restarted.
Yeah, you saw his car chief, Jesse, right there, giving him the instructions on what they wanted him to do, what they needed to do. To change the belts or everything that they needed to make the car ready.
They want Kyle Larson to know that he raced in 2 races today. That's why.
What an opportunity.
That's why they want him to know that he did it.
Lightning delay.
No matter if it's not 1,100 miles.
In the area at 249 laps complete in the Coca Cola 600. Our Charlotte studio will update you on the other side of this commercial break. We're under caution with Christopher Bell leading, Brad Keselowski and William Byron.
So that's at least a 30-minute deal. So we're going to stay right here. 30-minute delay for lightning here. We still got plenty of NASCAR to go here, but we're going to watch this. They're going to the studio, but there's a lightning delay, which is 30 minutes from the last lightning strike. So we are under a red flag. We've been here, done that before. So appreciate y'all hanging out. Yeah, no caps, Louis. Try not to do that. Well, let's see here. Let's listen into the in-car camera here. Let's see what he says.
I can climb out, correct?
Not yet. We'll let you know.
He said, not yet. We'll let you know. CeeLo eats something, I know. I haven't eaten anything all day. I've just been so hyped for this. So we're under red flag. Ugh. CeeLo, go eat, Sea-Dog. I want to watch this right here. So you see him right there. Claps in the chat for Justin Allgaier for leading this car to a P13 for Kyle Larson. Claps in the chat for Justin Allgaier. Claps in the chat. There he goes. And he's out. Wow, that's cool. Good for him. Good for Allgaier, man. This is good video, man. It's cool. He did very well. Claps in the chat, y'all, for Allgaier, who ran here yesterday. He won 2 stages here yesterday. So he knows this track. He ran well.
And just before we went to commercial break, we saw him arriving to the racetrack, running off of that golf cart over to his pit stall, getting that helmet on. He finished 18th in the Indianapolis 500. That race ended about 7:45, landed in Concord at 9:18, and then made it over to the Speedway. If you are Kyle Larson right now and you're walking up there, what questions are you asking your crew?
Yeah, well, first of all, the timing couldn't be any better for Larson to have the rain come and the red flag, because he can now get in the car and get everything exactly where he needs it. I know that Justin was actually in his seat, probably a little bit uncomfortable, but the fact that Larson can do this and not be rushed, the fact they're not going to lose a lap, and he only goes to the rear, I mean, the circumstances just couldn't have worked out any better for what the cards he was dealt.
But Justin Allgaier has done an amazing job in his car. He had not turned a lap all weekend long, and yeah, it took him a while to get acclimated, but I think Cliff Daniels had that race car tightened up for Justin Allgaier, and I think the way the track was changing, it worked right into his favor, and he has told Cliff 2 or 3 times, when Kyle Larson gets in this car, he is going to fly. This car is so fast.
You see them covering up the cars right now. We're being told that that driver change was made under yellow conditions, so he will not have to go to the back of the field.
Wow.
If that does stick, then Justin Allgaier running 13th in the Coca Cola 600. No reason to believe that Kyle Larson in that car can't make his way up to the front and contend for this win. Do you debrief with Justin Allgaier? Is there anything that can transfer?
You're going to get a little bit of a breakdown of kind of what he's felt. Probably going to also look at the changes. Kyle practiced the car yesterday. Cliff's going to be able to update him on what they've changed and also what the other Hendrick Motorsport cars drivers have changed to see if the trends are the same for all of them. So yeah, I mean, honestly, it could not have worked out better, the fact that this isn't going to be a rush situation.
This is fly by the seat of our pants TV. I want to get to the bottom of this under caution, because the cars did not pull into their pit box.
Yeah.
You can't change drivers out on pit road. Again, I think I've been checking with NASCAR. I'm waiting on more answers. I think he's going to have to go to the rear of the field.
Yeah, it did look like the red flag had come out. I'm just repeating what I've been told, so we'll see if that does actually
Don't shoot the
play
messenger,
out.
Larry.
Yeah, Larry calling me out on
I want to
live
meet
TV.
the messenger.
But hey, the rain has certainly been following Kyle Larson, that is for sure, from Indianapolis to Charlotte. As we wait through this rain delay, let's show you how we got to this point so far. 249 laps down in the Coca Cola 600. Early on, you got Joey Logano.
Where is where is it? Right by the airport, right?
Logano's actually had a pretty decent car.
Where's the Speedway?
Up into the top 15 at the point that we are right now.
Take a look at this as that continued. Got the 17 on the right side. William Byron did go.
Where is the Charlotte Motor Speedway here? Where is it at compared to the airport? Look at JQF. So it's right here? No, that's the other one. Hold on there. No, that's not it. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Is it south of the Charlotte airport? Where is it? I don't even know. Northeast side of town. Okay. It's over here. Northeast side of town. There's the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I've been there. That's pretty cool. Concord. Duh. Let's just do this. So it's pretty close. Severe thunderstorm warning for Concord. Oh, look at it. It goes right north of it. Race is over. I don't think so. Can you type in Charlotte Motor Speedway? Yeah. It's a small line track. Can be and continue. Okay.
Another delay out at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hey, well, let's take this opportunity to talk to the guy that's leading the race right now, Christopher Bell. So what are the weather conditions, Christopher? We'll start there because the guy's just talking about it. We've seen the track temperatures and, of course, the air temperature come down drastically, like very quickly. How has that affected that race car?
Hey.
I don't know if you can hear us.
He needs to turn the volume up on that phone.
Can you hear us, Christopher? we got to put the little AirPods in him. We're going to check back with him in just a second and see if we can't get him to actually hear. I mean, what do you think?
Well, I've been monitoring radios all race long, and even drivers like Christopher Bell that's been up there leading, these crew chiefs, they have been making adjustments nonstop on these race cars. That's what you have to do. You have to stay ahead of the racetrack. You can't get behind because that racetrack is
not even raining. Let's go, babyface Bell.
Nighttime, just gaining grip, and the balance of the car has been changing. You have to make adjustments.
Rain tires at the small tracks. Time for dinner. That's right.
And at that point in the year, I know we had all kind of given him the championship trophy that said the 20 cars has been on top, but it's been a little bit up and down. But he's been fast at a lot of races. It seems like they have a handle on their car right now. He's pretty good on the restarts. I think Brad seems to be his biggest competition right now. But I'll tell you from a driver's perspective, when you get out and really have a debrief with your crew chief on the pit box, like you're going to see all these guys doing right now, you just get a better plan put together. So if your car is doing a certain thing, you can really break that down, maybe look at a little bit of the data and try to get your car better.
All right, let's see if we have Christopher Bell. We're being
I would be the worst meteorologist.
Now, Christopher?
Well, we're like literally in a windstorm here on the pit box, so I got you for now, but we'll see what happens.
Do your best meteorology or meteorologist. Tell us what's going on out there right now.
Well, I don't really see much rain. We're trying to put the side covers
probably
up
one
on the
more
pit box
hour.
Here and,
yep. Thanks, Andrew, for another $2 super chat.
I'm looking at the countdown clock. We got like 20 minutes to go. The track looks good, though. So if we get through this lightning delay, we're going to be good to go.
That's reassuring. The guys were just talking before we came to you about just how the temperatures at the track, they've changed so drastically, so quickly. How did that affect the race car underneath you?
If Larson wins, I'm done with NASCAR.
I mean, yeah, the balance is definitely changing, and I'm sure
it's going to be a while, but
I'm sure everybody's going through the same thing. But, you know, my car's close, really close. I feel like we're a small adjustment away from you know, being really good. The 6 car, he can stay in touch with us, and I think he might be a little bit.
It's very expensive,
me,
but it's fun.
Yeah, we got the track position right now, so if we get another opportunity to work on this thing, hopefully we get right there.
So, Christopher, you talk about your car being close. Explain to us a little bit of what do you need? Do you need to be better on the short run, the long run? Is it just a balance issue? And you mentioned Brad. Who else do you have your eyes on of who you think is a big concern tonight?
I mean, Brad seems like he's the best right now. He's been able to come through traffic and really pressure me even whenever I have clean air. So, yeah, I mean, it's just about getting the balance right. And if you get the balance right, you're able to maximize your car potential, your lap time. So, I have a little bit to go and a little bit to gain to go quicker with the car yet. And I think that we need that if we're going to outrun this 6 car right now.
So, Christopher, we know they put the resin down in the upper 2 grooves at both ends of the racetrack, and there has been a lot of laps turned on this racetrack, including the Trucks Xfinity. Have you been able to move your car around? Has it seemed to work better at one end than the other, down low or up against the wall?
Yeah, Larry Mack, I'll be honest. Charlotte has become one of the best racetracks on the schedule for us, and you can race all over this thing. You can run the middle, you can run high, you can run low. And really go wherever your car is best at. So, as I sit here, it sounds like it's really raining now. But yeah, I mean, the track prep and this Charlotte Motor Speedway has become one of the best intermediates just because you can move all over the place.
So, Christopher, we're just sitting here talking about, I told him that at a point in a race, if you're trying to work on your car, when you can get out and look your crew chief in the eye, talk with your engineer, look at some data, it's the ultimate way to try to make your car better. Just explain to us, your procedure over the next 15 or 20 minutes, what you'll go over with your crew chief and what you guys are going to work on.
Yeah, so the good thing is that now that I'm out of the car, I can really study the data. We have, all the data in the world of how much throttle percentage, brake percentage, steering wheel angle.
It's not going to rain for long.
GPS, mile per hour, RPMs of everyone in the field.
The track is somewhere here.
It's very clear where you're getting beat at, where guys are faster than you at. So with me hopping out of the car, I can, pinpoint and say, hey, he's faster than me at this part of the racetrack because he can do this, and I can't do this. So, yeah, it's just about, getting your car to do what you need it to do. Some drivers like it a little bit looser. Some drivers like it a little bit tighter. And the guy that gets that the best is the one that's able to carry the most speed around the corners.
So, Christopher, I'm sure the answer is exactly what you guys have done the last 249
Very good to see you, man.
laps.
Yes, it's been good, man. We've been busy.
The first half of the regular season, we're officially halfway through. 13 down and 13 to go. You really had such a solid first 6 or 7 races getting that win at Phoenix. I know finishes can be a little artificial of how you're running, but what have you and Adam Stevens sat down over the last few weeks and say, this is what we've got to hone in for the second half
We're almost
of this
ready to eat.
season.
I'm going to eat, and then I'll come back.
I lost you for some reason. All right, there we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just what do you guys need to work on for this second half of the regular season?
It's on 29. It's off of 29. I know that.
What do we need to work on, right? Is that it?
Oh, That's it. That's it.
Yeah, so we lost our consistency, and week in and week out we've been going to the racetrack, and at times in the race I'll feel really good. But then there are other times where I don't feel really good. And like Darlington, North Wilkesboro, Dover, all of those racetracks, the last couple of weeks, we've just been very inconsistent. And fortunately tonight at Charlotte, we've been able to put together a really good race. But yeah, hopefully we're able to finish this night out. We've had a great night so far. We've got a bunch of stage points in stage 1 and stage 2. We got one more stage, and then the end of the race is score some more points.
Hey, Christopher, we all sat here and watched the moment of silence and watched you guys all pull down. We've talked so much all day about the pageantry, about what this day means. I know that you are racing with Thomas Kennedy across the front of your race car. What was that moment of silence like for you, coming down pit road, being a part of that, and knowing that it's so much more than just racing tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that was awesome. To see, fortunately, I was up front, so I got to see them carry the flag out into the infield. And it's amazing. This weekend is so much more than just racing. And I'm very honored to have Thomas Kennedy on my car. And hopefully, we're able to finish this thing out for him and represent him well.
What's the name of that weather service you got again, Rick? What's the name of it? I can't remember.
Since we've talked to you, because I see the lights just flashing behind you, and we can hear it outside the studio. Thank you for taking a few minutes.
What's the name of that weather app we did look at last time?
Into that car and win a Coca Cola 600.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you later.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. And you did hear Christopher Bell mention Thomas Kennedy, who, of course, is on the front of his windshield. Tom Rinaldi had a chance to spend some time with the family to tell their story.
All right. So let's see here. Maps and radar. Interactive radar. All right, so let's see. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Mm-hmm. 82 degrees, it says. The Wonder Map. That's what we used last time. The Wonder Map. Mm-hmm. All right, so click on, get rid of all this other stuff. I remember that. And hit play. Radar. There we go. Well, it's going to be raining for a while, y'all. It's going to be raining for a while. Where's the 29? It's about right here. Here. Like that. Here. Okay. 49 and between 49 and 29. 49 and 29. So it's like right in this area right here. All right. So that's where we're at. This isn't the big of a sell. It's moving pretty quick. All right. Well, hopefully it won't rain as much, but the track is wet. That's the issue. All right. Caroline says, hey, Spain. But the World of Outlaws show this past Sunday was amazing. They did a great job. What did Josh Berry drive last night? Did he do some like dirt track or something last? It's between 29 and 49 off of Moorhead Road. That's where I thought. That's where I've been looking for, Moorhead Road. All right, here. I think I found it. There we go. Are they halfway? Yes, they are. They got till midnight, I think. So where are we at now? 9:52. Can they get it done by midnight? It's 10 o'clock. 2 more hours. Is the curfew there 12 midnight? NASCAR is going to call it. Do it tomorrow. You think they're going to call it? I don't think they will.
To the Kennedy family for allowing our Tom Rinaldi to spend some time with you and tell your story about Thomas. And, you know, this is what it's all about. We've talked about this all day long. We've had some great racing, but the names on those cars, the moment of silence, everything that's happened before, that's what today is all about.
Well, and I said it in the pre-race, and I feel so strongly about it, is we had over 250,000 people that gathered at Indianapolis for the Indianapolis 500 earlier today. We got over 100,000 people sitting out there at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and we can do it and not think twice about it. We feel safe because of those men and women that gave the ultimate sacrifice that allows us to have the freedom that we have today.
Yeah, when you see the family down at the car before the race, and we heard Christopher Bell talking about, you know, wanting to go to victory lane with those family members to help honor that fallen soldier. It's really what this weekend's all about. And I got to say, as we interviewed Christopher Bell, we're asking about his car, and then we ask him about that soldier. And what a special sport to be able to interview him, right, hear his thoughts directly out of the car.
I've done a lot of really great things in television. I do remember in 2020 when Brad Keselowski won the Coca Cola 600, we were able to have his family zoom in with him after the race. And Brad Keselowski joins us now. And Brad, I know how close your ties are with your charity foundation, with the military and with military families. Talk about Howard Walker Gilmore, the Navy commander who was on the front of your windshield tonight.
Wet weather tires won't work here.
Yeah, Commander Gilmore is really a special story for the Navy, especially the submarine community. Gave his life in World War II. He's got this famous boat, Take Her Down. He was on the bridge of his submarine and was taking fire from enemies in the Pacific Theater. And he saw what was happening and gave his life on the bridge and told the crew to take her down at the last minute and saved probably everyone on his submarine. So really special story to the submarine community and someone who certainly is befitting of the honor of being honored and remembered.
We've got a little family member trying to get some airtime here, Brad. I see that. Are you just hanging out in the motorhome with your family right now? She's like, Dad, let me get in.
My daughter Autumn here. Oh, she's dying to be on the camera. But, my family's here. And, the great thing about the Coke 600 is being here in Charlotte as well. It's one of the things that we take pride in. It allows us to honor our service members and their families a little easier with being in our shops and so forth. But also to have our family here and make sure they recognize the importance of Memorial Day. So it's a great thing that our sport does, and I'm proud to be a part of it. I want to win the race here, Shannon.
I know.
I want to be able to honor Mel in victory lane again, and we're so close. We didn't need these yellows. Probably the Kennedy family is not looking for that, but we're right there. So proud of how we're running.
I'm going to let the boys handle the questions about the car, but I want to know about that submarine. We did see the piece with you and Regan, and Jamie and I were just sitting here just thinking how cool that was, that trip there to see those men and women working on those subs.
Yeah, we can talk about building submarines, but it doesn't make a lot of sense until you see one and realize that I tell people all the time, it looks like they took a skyscraper and pushed it in the ocean, and it's a city. It's a city out in the middle of the ocean, and it's incredible. It's underwater too, and to think of what those men and women do that serve for our military and on our submarines and in the Navy in general, it's pretty remarkable. I know being underway for weeks at a time and quite literally not seeing the light of day that's a commitment right there.
Well, Brad, Shannon and I both said that if this TV deal doesn't work out, we might go apply for the submarine job. So we might be in line there.
I can weld.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, yesterday when you were in here,
well, that's what we need, 100,000 of them.
Yeah. Yesterday when you were in here doing the Xfinity Series race, I asked you who was going to be fast this weekend, and you stopped and you're like, it's going to be me. You had a lot of confidence in your car and your team. I know you guys won Darling, but what gave you all the confidence heading into Charlotte this weekend?
Yeah, I just like the way our cars are driving. It didn't drive great in practice, Jamie, or qualifying, and that dug us a little hole. But when they dropped the green, we went from 30th to the top 10, but before the first stage was over, and I felt really good about that. We need the race to run, though. We're not really any better than
B&W. What's up, man? So dumb that Larson didn't just start today.
We get to lap 20 or 30 in a run. Our car
instead of staying.
Phenomenal.
That's okay.
I'm able to put it where I want to put it.
He led the Indy 500 for 5 laps, and he probably would have been in the top 5 if he didn't have a speeding penalty.
The race here have been all short runs, Jamie, and I've been able to take advantage of it. But if we can get this race back green,
how long does a track dry take? It's probably going to take an hour at least.
I think we can take our build submarines forward to victory lane.
Well, problem is we don't have sun.
Another reason you need some long green flag runs, Brad. And I know you let Matt McCall,
we did this last year,
handle all this, but you're running out of tires, buddy. You don't have a lot of
keep on hitting that like button for us if you haven't already. Trying to get to 300 likes. We're at 287.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious the rain was going to come, and so saving tires wasn't really worth it. We just needed the rain here.
Where's your boy SVG?
To come, maybe like 30 minutes later.
28th. 28th.
Last year we got caught in that. We saved tires for the end of the race, and we didn't get to use them because they're long green flag runs. So we kind of went to this race and said, we ain't saving no tires. And it looks like it might pay off for us to some degree.
Right now, it looks like you need a bigger boat.
Yeah. We can hear the thunder outside of our studio.
You can hear the thunder here. Brad, the track's obviously going to be green when we go back racing. A lot of rubber on it from the truck race and the Xfinity race. When your guys' race started tonight, what's your plan? You make some adjustments to your car. Do you see where you are on that first run? And then, we talked to Christopher Bell just a few minutes ago. He was actually on the pit box, going to do a little debrief with his crew chief. How do you go about that? Is Matt going to come over to your bus? Do you go back out to the team hauler? Like, what's your plan from here forward?
Yeah. Well, while Christopher was talking to you, I was talking to my crew chief. So, I got to him first. But, I think we're pretty happy with our car. I don't see us making a lot of changes. If anything, I think it gets better with no rubber on the track. We need it to be slick. And it seems like when rubber gets on the track, especially in the night, it gives it more grip, not less. And less grip has been our friend, Jamie.
All right. Before we let you go, do Autumn and Scarlett want to say hi to America? And are they already gone? Are they already hiding?
They already left. When you have 4- and 8-year-old kids, you can contain their interest for about 1 minute, and we've gone past that.
Right. No, we deal with Clint on that every week.
Listen, how old are these guys sitting next to me, and I deal with the same thing every single day. It doesn't get any better. Yeah. Good luck. Hey, good luck out there. Listen, I hope you called your shot, buddy.
Thank you. I hope we get back running. Appreciate it, guys.
Yep, absolutely. You know, another thing we talked to Brad about yesterday was you're breaking that 110 race winless streak. When you look at what he's been able to do, he makes the move from Team Penske, takes a chance, goes over there. They start that season in the first year. They get the penalty points. They're just stuck behind the 8 ball. And
you
then
want
they go
Chase
out and
Elliott
break
to
the
win?
streak. Him winning for his team as a driver, big deal.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked
Is
about
that comedy over
he
people's
went
heads?
to an organization that before he got there, in the previous 7 years, had 1 year they won a race in.
Yeah.
Roush Fenway Racing, that's now RFK Racing, 1 winning season in 7. And he leaves an organization that had won an Xfinity Series championship, a Cup Series championship, and 30-something races. This guy rolled the dice about as much as you could roll the dice, and it started paying dividends. I know neither one of those teams made the playoffs in year 1. Buescher ended up winning a race in the playoffs, even though he was not a part of it. Chris Buescher wins those races last year, and now this year, both of them, honestly, are probably the 2 best Fords right now, halfway through the regular season.
Yeah, I would say he has to be really proud of what he's been able to do over at RFK. And I would think that last year had to be really hard on Brad, because as proud as you are to see Buescher, your teammate, go to victory lane,
goes back to green.
You want to go there.
11's going to win.
But that doesn't change that. But
Clint's a big kid. I've talked to Clint a couple times. He's pretty cool dude.
He has the 2 second-place finishes at Texas and Talladega, and then finally getting that win at Darlington, the last points race we were at. And here he is in second place. They're just in a really good place. And like I say yesterday, his confidence, it was pretty incredible.
It really was. Chris Buescher, I'm glad you guys mentioned him, because it has not been a race without drama for Chris Buescher. We've documented the problems with the pit stall. Denny Hamlin so close in front, behind him, I should say, and John Hunter Nemechek right in front of him.
Ambrose.
They've had to move the tape around. They're trying to get in
and the
get
jet
out.
driver. It wasn't Ambrose. It was
radio
Montoya.
remix to tell you how this sounds from inside those race cars.
All right, so I've never done the PRN before, so I want to see what they're doing here. I'm gonna hear this radio.
Here and you have to get the paper out. 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Of sleep, 2.5 hours of sleep.
Williams
will be hard. Williams will be hard at time this race at time here on our broadcast, and I know you're busy.
Okay, that's a bummer.
Busy here and you have appreciate it.
All right, All right, then Torini for catching her, a NASCAR reporter.
NASCAR reporter. Let's try this again.
Get in where Carl and Ricky those two first Pat.
One quick story about.
Okay, that's not gonna work.
So the first I covered.
Okay, 1 second. Let's just get rid of this, and we'll start another one. Do we have any update? No, it's still raining. We're still raining. 1 second, y'all, as I try to get you to listen to the PRN network. 1 second. See if it'll work for me. Thank you, Andrew, for another $2 super chat. We appreciate you, buddy. All right, let's see if this works.
Suspend to see him in the Hall of Fame.
Ricky Rudd, I was the PR. Dover, Delaware. He had the Once Upon a Day. Was there ever met?
Nope, that's not gonna work.
And Bobby Allison.
That's a bummer. It should work.
And when he crashed it, I almost wanted to quit.
He sounds like he's stuttering. All right, well, that's not gonna work either. So.
Yeah, who's pitted in front of him? So, in the pit stalls just aren't very long here, and they're just not big pit stalls. So, they need one of them to fall out. This is what they need to have happen. It's going to be hard to get this fixed. But we did see on that last pit stop, Denny slid a little bit long. They tried
I think it's
to
PRN for Charlotte, not MRN.
That's a really big difference. But
is it MRN tonight this week?
This isn't going to fix itself tonight.
Yeah,
sometimes it's PRN. I think it's PRN this weekend.
Hamlin, there's an opening behind him, and remember the rule is his rear tires only have to be inside the pit box. The back of that car can be hanging over. I would pit him just as shallow in that box as he possibly possibly can, and that's going to that maybe doesn't fix the problem between the 17 and the
we're in a
42,
rain
but at
delay, a
least
lightning delay
helps
as
the
well.
weapon team.
Listen, the best part of all of that is that Denny got mad at his crew chief and started yelling at him, and his crew chief's like, look, I did everything I could. So then Denny stews on that for a little while, and then he just keys the radio and he starts talking to the 17 team, just hoping that they're scanning him. I love it.
How many times has this happened to you?
Many times.
Many times?
I always had people mad at me, and it was over things that I didn't
All right,
do.
I'm going to mute this because I don't want it to go into commercial.
249.
So if y'all could just hang tight, I'm going to go eat. And y'all talk amongst yourselves and have fun. But I'm going to mute that so I don't want it to go to commercial and we get a commercial hit. So I'll be back after I eat. We'll keep it tracking. But we're in a weather delay, so it's going to be a bit for sure. So we'll see what they say.
He took off. He flew to Concord, landed at 9.
Yeah. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we'll see you in a little bit. Rodney says hello. So mods, if you could hang out, just make sure no one goes crazy in here for me. I'm going to go eat, and I'll be back after I eat. But we're in a rain delay. Talk about amongst yourselves. I was trying to do the PRN so you could listen to something, but it's not working on that website. So, oh yeah. Another mod still here, so no shenanigans. That's right. So y'all have fun. I'll be right back. I'm going to go eat. Mosh, you really want to get on camera? I'll do it. Hold on a second. You really want to do it? Are you still here? I'll put you on camera. Hold on a second.
Well, it's nice and warm over here.
He said, oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, 1 second, y'all. I'll get Mosh in here. 1 second. I need to send that to him somehow. 1 second. I'm going to send it to you. I got to go get the thing. 1 second.
I can't hear you, though.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our good friend Mosh here, Mosh Racing. And let's see, where are we going to put you? We'll put you here. There we go. Welcome, Mosh.
Oh, happy racing Christmas, everybody. That's what we called it. That's what I call today. No, I lost you again. I can't hear you now. Here, maybe
I was muting it. Oh, 1 second. All right, so we got a rain delay.
Yeah.
Can everybody hear Mosh? Thumbs up if you can hear Mosh. Everybody, thumbs up. Awesome.
Oh, I gotta let the dog out.
All right. Mosh is going to entertain you guys, talk NASCAR, whatever you want to do. And
this is a terrible decision. You're going to lose subscribers because of this.
It's okay. It's okay. We're all good. All right, guys. Have fun with Mosh. I'll be right back.
Oh, you're leaving me unattended. Even a worse decision.
No, it's okay. I trust you. All right, dude. See you.
So, yeah, good racing Christmas so far. I I was up first thing this morning to watch Monaco. I don't know if anybody else did, but Max Verstappen didn't win, so that was kind of a surprise to me. Ferrari looking good. I actually was impressed by that. No, I'm sponsored by Standard Proof. That is my whiskey of choice there, Coach. Buffalo Trace, nothing against it, but I actually have sponsorship on my iRacing car from Standard Proof, so if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to pick the local Nashville whiskey. We'll go with that. So, yeah, man. Started in Monaco. Wanted to watch Indy at noon today, but that race started late, so pretty entertaining Indy 500 this year, too, though. I honestly thought it would be tomorrow with the original forecast for Indy. But it worked out. Larson was leading there with 20 to go, which was pretty cool to see. Obviously, he stayed out on tried to do a stay out strategy there, wound up 18th, but pretty cool. And here we are, just past halfway in the Coca Cola 600, the third and final installment of Racing Christmas, my favorite day of the year. Christopher Bell currently leads. I'm pretty confident this race gets going again. I've been watching the weather here in Concord for the last little while. The last of that cell is just about out of the racetrack right now. So it's still raining, but it's moving out probably in the next 5-10 minutes. And it looks clear behind it. So here, I will share what I see. That's my screen that I'm watching, and it looks pretty decent on the backside of this. So I think once this is clear, right now there might be another little pop-up cell kind of western end of North Carolina, right around Asheville. That might be a factor, but we'll see. Here in Nashville, we've got kind of a rough night ahead of us. There's a pretty good line moving. It's out west or east of St. Louis right now, kind of to the north of us, but kind of swing through tonight. So overnight, we're expecting quite a bit of weather. But yeah, I don't see any reason this race would not continue tonight. I think we'll get going here. So Christopher Bell leading. He's been pretty good so far tonight. Toyotas have been good. Pretty impressed with the 23. They've been up front for quite a bit. So, yeah. Reddick, I really impressed with Reddick after that pass-through penalty, nearly a lap down towards the end of that race. Yeah, that's up to fourth now, though. That's pretty good. So, and of course, the biggest story of the day, Kyle Larson, now in the car. He will have to go to the rear of the field for this restart, but basically has half a race to get a car that's already worked its way up to 13th with Justin Allgaier. Think they'll be pretty good. Why do they have to be finished by midnight? There's no thing that says that. That's not like a rule. They're there. They're going to run it. I mean, we started a Daytona race one year at like 11:30 on a Sunday night and didn't finish it till 3 a.m. So I'm pretty sure there's no midnight rule that's going to hold us to it. Other driver I'm most impressed with right now, Brad Keselowski. I think that 6 car is good. Obviously riding on momentum. He was the last one to win a points race. And you had a Ford with Joey Logano win the All-Star race. Does Ford have something going here? That could be good. I don't ever count them out. Yeah, well, Gibbs is rowing well. But I have a lot of opinions about Ty Gibbs. Not impressed with him yesterday. Although, to be fair, he did bounce off the wall when he turned Allgaier, but he was really trying to shove it in there. He's pretty notorious for turning people to win races. So, Josh Berry. I love Josh Berry. When it comes to this whole Stewart Haas conversation about where that's going, I hate it the most for Josh Berry. It sounds impendingly like Stewart Haas is just going away, and that sucks. But I hope Josh Berry finds a good landing spot. I'm curious to see how that all develops. In Ultimate World, in Utopian World, I would love to see, there's been some conversation around, so Dale Earnhardt Jr. Holdings applied for the trademark for the number 8 now that it's about to expire from Teresa Earnhardt DEI. In some utopian world, I would love to see Dale Jr. reclaim the number 8, bring it to the Cup Series, and put Josh Berry in that car. That would be awesome. I don't think that's going to happen, but yeah, that would be what I'd love to see the most. Where is Stewart? That's a great question. Where is Tony Stewart? You know, I have thoughts on that. I honestly believe that Tony Stewart, in the whole Eldora debacle, them pulling the race from the truck race from Eldora. Ty Gibbs is spoon-fed. I call him Grandpa's Silver Spoon Project. That's my name for Ty Gibbs. The whole Eldora debacle, and then when NASCAR pushed for a Cup race and giving that to Bristol because Bristol wanted to turn it into a gimmick to try to get people to come to the spring race and not even entertain the idea of putting the Cup cars at Eldora. I think that started this whole rift between Tony Stewart and NASCAR. Obviously, he's kind of moved on in his life. You know, he's gotten married. He's gotten into NHRA now with his wife. And I think he's just kind of done with the whole NASCAR thing. He did really well, 3-time champion, had a lot to offer. But look at the crop of drivers he's lost. He lost Ryan Newman. He lost Kurt Busch. He lost Kevin Harvick. All of those drivers have retired organically. And nothing against the drivers he has. I think that Ryan Preece has not gotten the opportunity to show what he's truly capable of. I mean, my God, if that guy had a full-time Truck Series ride, he would win every week and he would win the championship every year. But yeah, they're not there. So, and I don't think they have the backing they used to have. Losing the Anheuser-Busch sponsorship, big kill for that team. So, yeah, I think SHR might be done. Maybe they keep a couple charters, maybe they keep 1 or 2, but I don't know. We'll see. But in all that to say that I really hope Josh Berry finds a landing spot. He's been probably my favorite feel-good story over the last decade when it comes to racing. You know, he raced late models for Junior Motorsports forever and was really, really good in late models. Ran for a long time. He finally got a shot, won some Xfinity races when he got a chance to run that car, got in a full-time ride, won some more. Nobody more deserving. I mean, if you want to talk about somebody that cut their teeth on short tracks and worked their way up through the ranks, Josh Berry is it. He's that guy. But, man, it just sucks to see him possibly losing that ride. So, who's my favorite NASCAR driver? Bubba Wallace. And for a lot of reasons I won't get into because I don't want to drive everybody away from this stream. But, yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting question. What number will Kyle Busch drive as the 8 gets taken away? So right now, RCR has the rights to the number 8. I don't know that Junior Motorsports would get that number back from them. I mean, there might be some kind of gentleman's agreement that could happen there. It would not surprise me, though, honestly, because Austin Dillon is not running well. And there's been some rumors and talk about Austin Dillon maybe moving into more of a consulting role and a business partner role in RCR and kind of taking over the day-to-day operations, maybe not being the driver. Could it be possible that Kyle Busch winds up in the number 3 car? Oh, man, that would be... If there's anybody who doesn't have the last name Earnhardt that's deserving of it, I mean, Kyle Busch fits the mold. But I don't know. That could either be really good or that could be a complete mutiny. I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't think Junior Motorsports goes to the Cup Series. You know, they talked about it a few years. It'd be cool if they did. I'd love to see it. I mean, I was a Dale Jr. fan for years. So to see them have a horse in the race would make me super happy. I would switch my allegiance in a heartbeat. I'm a Chevy guy. I don't like that I have to pull for a Toyota, but, you know, I picked this driver 13 years ago running K&N Pro Series, so that's kind of what I've been following. But, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's take a look at the radar. It should be just about off. So I'll show you my phone here. That red circle is the TFR for the racetrack, and it's right there on the edge of moving out of that. So, and this is probably delayed about 15 minutes. Let's see. This was at 9:15. So yeah, it's about 10 minutes delayed was the last radar signal we actually have here on Fourth Light. So it may actually even be out of there at this point, but it's moved on. I think it'll move out and we'll be back to racing here pretty soon. I agree. I never liked them bringing the number 3 back. Unless, Taylor Earnhardt decided she wanted to start racing, or Dale Jr. himself was going to race that number. That would have been the only way I agreed to the number 3 being in there. I don't like that it's out. I don't like that Austin Dillon's driving it. I get it. He drove it in the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series. He won championships in that number. He wanted to continue to do that, but Dale Earnhardt's the whole reason I started following the sport. The whole reason I got into NASCAR to begin with was the 1990 Daytona 500 and watching him lose that race in turn 3. So it kind of, I have a little heartburn with that number running out there and it not being an Earnhardt. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Tony's too busy with drag racing. Yeah, which I like. I like that Tony Stewart, he's like the slightly larger Kyle Larson. Honestly, but he's done all the things. He's run all the dirt racing and the sprint cars and midgets and Chili Bowl. He's done the Indy 500. He's done the double. He's run, he's run a lot of things. I really like to see what Tony Stewart's done. It was really fun to have somebody like that in NASCAR. And it was kind of sad to see him retire. But yeah, I don't know. Can Kyle Busch bring back the 18? I don't know. With this whole SHR potential downfall and those charters becoming available, there's some talk that Kyle Busch could leave RCR and possibly go back to a Toyota team. There was a little bit to talk this week on NASCAR radio about what if he went to 2311 if they picked up a charter. I don't know if they'd ever get the 18 away from JGR just because that was their founding number, which I'm surprised they're not still running it. But I think what's going to happen, I think if 2311 gets a charter, Denny Hamlin finishes his contract with JGR, moves to 2311, takes the number 11 with him, and they just replace that with the number 18 and bring it back. Did Bubba wreck yet? No, actually he's been running in the top 5 all night, and currently he rides 11th with a steadily improving car. And I can't wait to see all the haters when he wins. That's a bold statement. I don't think he's going to win tonight, but he's running pretty well. So I like what he's got going. Can't stand Bubba Wallace. Well, I can't stand a lot of people, but what do you do? Kyle Busch is far from done. Oh no, Kyle Busch is nowhere near retiring, man. That guy, he can win races. I thought it was really funny last week though when he said, I suck just as bad as you to Ricky Stenhouse after the whole fight. That was pretty entertaining. But yeah, I've never really been a Kyle Busch fan, and I'll say the same thing about Kyle Busch that I said about Jimmy Johnson for every year of watching him win races. I could not stand Jimmy Johnson on the track. I've been to 75 plus Cup races in my life, and the majority of wins I've ever gotten to sit down and witness were Jimmy Johnson, and it was beyond frustrating because I just could not stand the guy. But I had the chance to meet him in Vegas in 2010, 2011. I'm not sure which one it was. It had to be 2010, right after he won the race in Vegas. And I had to shake his hand, man. Despite how I felt about him on the track, at the end of the day, I respect the hell out of that guy. He He was so good at what he did. And it's kind of amazing to see him now in the car doing so horribly. Like, yeah, turns out without Chad Knaus, they're just not there. But I'll say the same thing about Kyle Busch. I mean, I've always been frustrated with him, and but I kind of like it at the same time. Where like I was like, he's kind of an ass. I like that. I like how disruptive he is. I like how vocal he is, and I appreciate the hell out of that, and I want to see that. And at the end of the day, man, regardless of how I feel about you as a fan, when you're on the track, at the end of the day, I respect every single one of these guys. And if I had to sit down and have a beer with them or just have an opportunity to shake their hand, hell yeah, I'm going to shake their hand because I love what they do. And I respect them for it. They all have to fight through this so hard. And it's just cool to see these guys do it. So I respect it and I appreciate it. And I will say this, I know that I've probably selected one of the most contentious drivers as with Bubba Wallace. I think there's no more polarizing figure in NASCAR outside of maybe Denny Hamlin, which I don't really understand that, but at the end of the day, man, I respect the hell out of him. So all right, track drying is on the way. See, I told you, weather's moved out. It's looking pretty good. On the backside of that storm, it is not raining at the track anymore. Looking at the radar, it is clear. That little bit of cell kind of off to the west. It's just right now kind of west of Asheville. It's very, very limited. It's not like building into anything, so it's not looking like something that's going to come up. Yeah, I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be going here. It's going to take a little while to dry the track. That's a half hour, 45 minutes of track drying that we'll have to go through, but it happens. I think we'll get there. So, this thing should be back going. Let's see. It is 9:30 right now here in Nashville. So 10:30 on the East Coast. I'm going to say maybe 11:15 East Coast time. We're back running. Can RCR bring the 88? No. Right now, Hendrick Motorsports still owns the rights to the number 88. Opinion on the Chicago street race. Man, that's a good question. I like the idea. I really like the idea of a street race. I thought it was really cool to see. I wish it wasn't a complete washout last year because the entire, not just a race, but festival idea that they had with that, with all the concerts and everything was really, really cool. But I don't know. I grew up in Daytona being where we race on the 4th of July or the weekend before or after, whatever it was. So I was a little disturbed when they took that away. And, what did we try first? We tried Indianapolis with that race, which was a flop. Then we went to Road America. I thought Road America was the best alternative to Daytona for a 4th of July race because the event that it was and the weekend that it was. I mean, it didn't show on TV because there's not a lot of grandstands at Road America, but so many people, hundreds of thousands of people showed up and camped there for that weekend. And Road America is kind of this hidden little gem that truly puts on a decent road course race. But the event and the grounds and how big it is, it's a great place for it. So I would rather see that 4th of July weekend reserved for Road America versus the Chicago street race. I like the idea of the Chicago street race. And even if it doesn't just be Chicago, put them on the Long Beach street circuit, go take them to some different cities where we can set up the street course. Couple that with an IndyCar street race. I think that's the opportunity here, is to do so many more things with that type of an event. So I'm not against it. I'm curious to see how much better it goes this year if we don't have a complete washout and torrential downpours. I would rather see that, but I think that race could do well. I really do think it could do well. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, road courses are terrible for TV ratings. They're not good. I mean, honestly, I've always kind of thought about road courses as like, those are kind of the races you have to be there to really, truly experience it. CeeLo and I, we've gone to Daytona for a few times and spent like the truck race and the Xfinity race kind of walking around the infield and going and watching from different vantage points. That's how I see the road course races. Like, you don't just sit in a stand and watch it. You got to go see all these different parts of the track and see the different braking points and passing points and all those kind of things. But I think that would be really cool. That's how you kind of experience those races. It shows better on TV because you get to see all of it. But yeah, we'll see. Think about them going back to the rectangle in Indy. I think they never should have left. Why we gave up the Brickyard 400, a crown jewel event. I know why we gave it up is because it was boring as hell. It's not a fun race to watch. Indy and Pocono are almost the identical races, honestly. But regardless, I mean, it's Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Even if it's boring to watch, and it's not a great race to sit in the stands and watch. If you're sitting on a front stretch, you have an entire paddock and grandstands on the other side of the pit road where you don't get to see much of the track. So I understand why people didn't go, and it's always hot. But I'm fully supportive of us going back to the Brickyard 400. We never should have left that race. We never should have left that race. I want to go to that race, actually. I might try to sneak my way in there this year. If not this year, I'll plan for it next year and actually be there. Yeah, because that's just, I mean, that is a crown jewel event. And you look at the history of that race and the people who have won that race. I mean, it's so huge. Oh, I remember Mark Martin winning in Japan. Those Japan races were kind of fun. That was kind of a cool way to do the off season. Let's see. There's some other things in here. I'm going to scroll back up. Kaz Grala. That's a good question. You got to be in the right equipment. Unfortunately, the state of the sport, if you don't come with a sponsor, you're not going to get a ride. And I don't think Kaz Grala's got that kind of backing to bring sponsors with him or sponsors, big dollar sponsors, to get prime rides. I mean, yeah, it's tough. Are we racing again tonight? Absolutely. We will be racing again tonight. The rain has moved out. It's coming. They're working on track drying now. So this race will be going again here probably in the next, I'm going to say hour. I don't know. Will Chase Elliott ever win another championship? I think he's capable of it. It's been weird to see Chase Elliott fall off as dramatically as he has. He won that championship in 2020, which was kind of an odd year with the way that we had to structure races to get him going, but he did it, and he was good. Ever since the switch to the next gen car, he won races in it. He won Atlanta, he won Talladega. He's been good in it, but he's just kind of not there. So, I don't know. I think he's capable of it. I think he's capable of winning another championship, but it's so hard to win at this level, especially a championship. I mean, the hurdles you have to jump through the playoffs to win a championship and be in contention. I'll say right now, Kyle Larson, hands down, the best driver. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin are the best drivers in the Cup Series, without a doubt. They are the best drivers. They absolutely should win every championship every year, but they never make it through the playoffs, and they're not there. So it's tough. It's tough to do. It sucks to have cash, even show your talent. Yeah, honestly, that's the way the sport's always been. Unfortunately, it's not just about being good. I mean, being good will take you so far, but if you don't have the cash, you're never going to get the chance to show it. So, sucks. Do I think Kyle Busch will win a race this year? Yes, absolutely. I think he'll win next week at Gateway. That would be my pick, honestly. Kyle Busch he's not, RCRs are not in the best equipment. They're not running. I mean, good Lord, where is, I don't even know where Austin Dillon's running right now. But, they have these little flashes of showing up, and then they run decent. Rowdy's the best driver in NASCAR. I agree to that, too. I should put Kyle Busch in that list as well. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, hands down, the three best drivers in the Cup Series. They can win in anything. They have more talent than anybody. I don't disagree with that at all. But again, RCR not. Yeah, they got to step something up. Yeah, Austin Dillon 27th right now, but Kyle Busch, even after he had those pit road speeding penalties, he's 15th right now, and he just kind of got off cycle on some pit stuff, so that's the only reason he's back there. He was up in the top 10 earlier. He's going to be good. I think Kyle Busch wins the race this year, though. He definitely makes the playoffs. There's no way that doesn't happen.
Well, I left you alone and you didn't chase everybody off, so that's a good thing.
You lost about 75 people, but you know.
Hey, that's better than silence. It's better than silence and sitting in darkness watching a map go over and over again. So that's awesome. I'm glad you got to hang out a little bit and talk. We can still hang out because it looks like we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, I mean, the rain's moved out. It's clear at the track. But I mean, that's at least an hour of track drying. So,
yeah. So I know Stupid Roofer was saying that they have till midnight. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't know. I mean, we started that one Daytona race at like 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
Finished it at 2:30 in the morning with Austin Dillon rooftop and the fence. So,
true.
I don't know how accurate that is, but
I mean. Is there a big community? I can't remember how much of a community there is around Charlotte. I mean, I know it's kind of out in the open a little bit, but it's kind of the middle of the town, isn't it?
No, the racetrack is, it's out in Concord.
Okay.
So it's kind of, it's not really near like downtown Charlotte. It's probably, I mean, seriously, like a half an hour away from there.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
Everybody's got a holiday tomorrow, and I mean, it's Sunday night. We got lights. We can run this thing till 3 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready. I'm hanging. We got, let's see, 2 hours, 43 minutes on. So we got about 3 more hours to stream. So before it's unedited copyright stuff, but it is what it is. We ended the last year's stream at 5 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds.
Larson absolutely will be a factor at the end. There's no way he's not. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. I think
it
so
was
as
fascinating to watch. I mean, because they had a camera on that guy, that from the jet landing to the helicopter flying over to the racetrack, and like, but I mean, he's literally running into the pits as they're under yellow for a rain delay, and he's putting on the helmet, doing all the things, and it's like, dude, you just ran 500 miles in Indy, going 240 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But the guy can drive anything. He's so driven. There's no way he's not going to run well here. Like,
do you think that he could have hung with Newgarden and Brown, or what was his name? Can't remember. Who finished second?
Oh, Pato O'Ward, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ward. That's it, Ward. Do you think that he could have hung with them going back and forth like they did in those last couple laps?
I think that if he hadn't gotten that penalty, I honestly expected Kyle Larson to finish in the top 10.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be a little bit of a long shot for him to win the Indy 500. And watching him race, you know, I don't know much about Indy cars. I don't follow Indy, but I've watched it, especially the Indy 500. It's you just have to know how to time the runs and work the air more than anything in those cars. It's so different from driving these. And, you know, that was, even though they have a month of practice and carb day and qualifying and all the things he's done, like, you're not doing this. You're not in race conditions in that car really experiencing it. And that was something he was going to have to learn on the fly. And he had some misshifts and different things. So, yeah.
Rebecca, we're trying. My speakers might have been up a little too high, so it might have been catching with my mic, or vice versa, or whatever. But sorry about that. This is on the fly. This isn't this isn't something that's going to be perfect. Here. So
yeah, that's a good question about bets. How does that work?
What was that?
How do the bets work?
So it's nothing really major. It's just the points system we have. It's to bring up like our spurting drivers.
I'm talking about if you bet on Kyle Larson to win the Coca Cola 600.
Oh,
and he's not going to be credited with the win.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, like I'm sure BetMGM's gonna be like, yeah, I
Like
wonder
if
how
he
it's gonna
still wins
work.
the race, but Justin Allgaier gets credited with the win.
Yeah,
a lot of people are going to be mad.
for
I don't know how that
sure.
works.
And him starting 13th. Now, have they decided if he's going to go to the back of the pack?
He is. He will go to the back.
Okay, which is not that big of a deal because I mean he'll be in 35th spot.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He should be able to go through the crowd. I mean, Ty Dillon. I mean, there's not going to be anywhere else close. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be in the top 15 in 30 laps.
Let's see here. Will they call it or will they finish it tomorrow? It stopped raining, so they're going to run this tonight. I think if another rainstorm came, which I don't think so. Let me zoom out of here on this radar here. Let's see if it works here. I don't think so. I don't think there's any more rain.
No, they're racing tonight. It's happening.
Yeah, those drivers want to be hanging out at their house. You know, it's not like they have to get on an airplane and fly across the country,
right,
or anything tonight. They can.
This is the hometown run.
Yeah, they can be in their house in about 10 minutes, right? So, see how that goes. Starter gets credit in NASCAR, so Allgaier will win if he'll get the win. Of course, it doesn't mean anything for him, but and of course Allgaier will be like, no, I don't want my first NASCAR Cup Series win to be, that Larson won it for me. I'm sure either.
Eric Almirola, his first credited Xfinity Series win was because Denny Hamlin won it.
Okay, there you go, Eric Almirola.
He started the race.
South Virginia says he won't win again as long as these indestructible cars are around and these clowns who have no idea how to take care of their cars can with right now. South Virginia is a Chase Elliott fan. He's not a big fan of Chase Elliott's crew chief. He thinks he makes a lot of mistakes. So
Gus has wins.
Yeah, true. He won, So let's see here. Mel says, weather screwed Larson, but we all know he always is fast, whatever he drives. Give him a golf cart. And give him a grocery cart. We always said that about Kyle Busch at Bristol. Give him a grocery cart at Bristol. He'll win with that too.
Doesn't matter.
Rebecca says, will Chris talk to Denny? What about the Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin?
No, they already had that conversation. Yeah,
okay.
They were showing that on TV.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So it just says Coca Cola 600 currently in weather delay, and Christopher Bell leads. So nothing after that. So I think they're definitely going to get this thing in here. So
yeah, it's coming.
Caroline says long night ahead of us, looking to like a 12 a.m. start. 11 a.m. Central.
I got nothing else to do.
I got nothing else to do either. But I mean,
actually, I got to fly to Orlando tomorrow, so I do have that to do. But
oh yeah, you do. That's right. At least you won't have to worry about watching the 500. That's done, and this will be done too. So tomorrow is just a wash day of kind of hanging out. So, well, you can hang out as much as you want, man. We got some time, unless you want to go do some things.
Yeah, no, my time is up. I'll give it back to you, but this is fun.
Hey guys, make sure you check out Mosh. Mosh Racing. You already do all that? Did you already plug your channel and all that?
I didn't. I haven't done any of that actually.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'll shamelessly do that now.
Go ahead.
Which I'll be the first to admit I have not done much with my channel in a few months, just because I do mostly iRacing. Every Thursday night I run in the Nascar Cup Series League in the number 96 Standard Proof Camaro. You can catch me mostly, though, we're actually running those races, have a live broadcast that's run by the IWM Broadcast Network. So I'd tell you to go check them out too, because any race that they're broadcasting, I'm not trying to take viewers away from them by running my own streams. Any races I do on my own, though, those will be streamed. I will be streaming next Wednesday night live from Gateway. I was doing a lot of the weekend preview videos. I've kind of haven't had time to do that, but I get in the sim and just take a few laps around the track so you can get an idea exactly what it looks like. And what it takes to get around most of these racetracks. They're very unique. So I'll start that back up again. I'm getting ready to start a a new segment too about what are we bitching about this week, because every week we seem to have some massive complaint that the online world wants to complain about NASCAR, and I have a lot of opinions about that, so why not make a whole show out of it? So I'll start having those coming probably the week of Iowa. I'll start having those episodes coming out.
Looking forward to it. And he also has another YouTube. You want to do your other YouTube channel or no?
Oh yeah. My primary YouTube is Wheel in the Sky, spelled my last name, Wiehl. That's all aviation content. If you were remotely interested in flying, that's where I do all of that kind of stuff. One of my most popular videos is the time that CeeLo and I actually jumped in my airplane and we flew down to Talladega with hot pit passes, courtesy of Mr. Hamlin's crew. And spent the whole day basically experiencing the race from the pits and kind of different areas of Talladega Super Speedway. And then we flew our plane home that afternoon and made it home in time for dinner. It was pretty awesome. So, yeah.
And we didn't go to Victory Lane because Logano won.
Yeah, no, we left as soon as when they came across the trioval and Logano was leading. We're like, all right, well, we'll beat the traffic and just get out of here.
We were like all the other people. We're out of here. We're at work. We're going home.
And we had to get in the line of all the team jets leaving, so that was kind of fun.
It was a good time. So make sure you go subscribe to Mike or Wheel the Sky Mosh Racing. Make sure you go check him out, and he does great content. And look forward to those. What are we? You know what? This week on YouTube. So make sure you check him out. Thanks, Mosh, for filling in the gap while CeeLo ate. It was pretty
Hopefully
good.
You got something to eat.
I did. It was good. It was good.
And keep the wife not mad at you. Get off your computer every once in a while.
All right. Thank you, Mosh.
Appreciate it, guys. This was a lot of fun. I like answering these questions. This is cool stuff.
Yeah, cool, man. Thank you,
See you
guys.
later.
See you. All right, there is Mosh. Appreciate Mosh for hanging out with you guys. I'm glad you enjoyed that. And thanks for the subscribe, Jeff D USMC, while I was gone, and Straight Up News. Appreciate that as well. Thanks for that subscribe. So we're just gonna hang out here, and we're gonna hang out and watch, I guess. Listen to the FS. No, we can't be. Come on, there we go. Okay, so I've learned my lesson on letting the FS1 run while we're at rain delays because they play us stuff. Went over and sub Mosh Racing. Awesome, yeah. So make sure you guys go over there and sub to Mosh Racing. He had not like, he says he has a setup. He has a pretty cool setup. He's got the whole thing in his garage. He's got the full steering wheel, all the buttons and bells and whistles that make that little rig run really well. Before he used to do it right there at his desk, and now he's got this full setup. So make sure you go check him out. He does a really good job, and he also is really good at paint jobs. He actually did the paint jobs for the winner from Charlotte this week. So him and his teammate, he did the paint jobs for them. So he's really good at that too. So we're just waiting. Hope everybody's doing well. And there's Rick with the Wheel in the Sky as well, and the Mosh Racing too. Thank you so much. If you guys could put the Wheel in the Sky as well, that would be good too. Mosh, can you post your YouTube channel for us? Missed the second one. It's Wheel in the Sky. I'll get it for you. I'll do it really quick. Hold on a second. I'll get it for you. So who's going to stay up late with me? Who's going to stay up late? If I can find it here. Where you at? Where you at? Just missing it somewhere. It's right here on my list. But Mosh, if you're listening, put that link in the chat as well. If I can't find it for some reason. I'll just type it in 1 second. Where are you? Not that. All right, let's go back. Let you listen to the FS1 broadcast now.
over a 2-year winless streak, but I look at he and Blake Harris right now, they're just chipping away. And you know what? I know we're looking at Christopher Bell. We talked about Tyler Reddick. We talked about Brad Keselowski. They've got 3 inside the top 10 right now, currently during this red flag out there at the Coke 600, and I don't think Kyle Larson's going to be back there long where he's going to restart.
In Alex's defense, though, he was on a roll before he got hurt. He gets hurt, and he's not as strong when he comes back. I think he was still racing somewhat hurt. Even though he hasn't been able to win this year, he's been super consistent and has been really close. I mean, I fully expect for him to get to victory lane before the regular season.
And don't forget about Chase Elliott last year missing those races, having the suspension as well. So, my goodness, the things that team dealt with last year. But when you're a driver, and you've raced, for some legendary team owners, Jack Roush, Chip Ganassi, but when you look over at that Hendrick group, how do other drivers perceive that team?
The Yankees.
Yes.
I mean, that's what you just, I just feel like when you look at that, it's just like everything they have. I remember you just get in the garage area, the pit boxes, everything that they have is perfect. It's beautiful. I mean, the cars, the paint schemes, the shop, everything. I mean, everything about Hendrick Motorsports is just the top of the top.
Yeah, they're the Yankees, and they're racing right now in Yankee Stadium because it's just about 2 blocks down the road. That organization on the oval between the 600, the fall oval race before we started running the oval, and the All-Star, which this is it exists a lot with Hendrick Motorsports, 29 trips to victory lane on the oval at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
So we go from a team like Hendrick Motorsports that has all of the championships and all the dynasties to a newer team, right? A team that's still kind of trying to, obviously has won a lot of races, but in a different position than a guy like Hendrick Motorsports. That Trackhouse Racing, one of their drivers, Daniel Suarez, our favorite amigo, saving us. Daniel, are you watching this rainfall and just listening to us up here kind of talk about all of you guys? It is your turn to talk. How's the race car? How's the race been for you so far?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good.
A little bit of too much time to talk, right? But everything is going well here. I feel like we've been running probably between 8 to 13 most of the race. We've been consistent, hopefully, making adjustments, trying to make the car better. Unfortunately, the last pit stop, actually, we had a penalty and we have to go to the back. So right now we're running 24th, but the car is much better than that. I believe that the car is somewhere around 10th. So hopefully we can, get some green flag laps and make our way to the front.
So, Daniel, I'm sure you've already been talking to your crew chief, Matt Swiderski. And you've got a lot of experience out there at Charlotte Motor Speedway. What do you think this racetrack
out
is
for
gonna
the
be
season,
like?
tore
We
his
go back racing,
ACL.
all the rubber's been
Hey, you know
washed
what
off,
happened
we
last
got the
time?
jet
My
dryers,
son
the
said, you know what
track
happened
dryers
last
out
time,
there.
Acuna got
I mean,
hurt and he
I
was
think
out for the
we know it's
season.
going to have a lot of
We
grip.
won
and
it
it's gonna
all.
be fast,
So
but what do you think the balance
our
is going to
backs
be
against
like?
the wall. We got to do it.
Yeah, Larry, that's a great question, and I think that's $1 million question right
I
now.
do,
because
Adam.
Normally, as the night goes, the car gets a little bit tighter, so we contemplate
There it
that,
is.
and obviously we adjust
Mosh's
our car
YouTube channel. Make sure you go over there and give him a
for
sub.
Sure, once we get back out, it's going to be very fast. So most likely we're going to be traveling more. We're going to be hitting the racetrack. But that will only last so long, because once we put rubber back on the track, it's going to slow down a little bit again. But the temperature, the way the last lap that we run to the first lap that we're going to run after the rain delay, the temperature is going to be quite different. So that's another factor of why we're going to be running faster. So like I said, right now I feel like we have our own 10th place car. So let's throw something at it with the weather, and hopefully
230.
things play our way a little bit.
Well, Daniel, I wish I had your energy right now. I love the laughter. You seem pretty pumped up. Take us through, though, since this rain delay happened, kind of what you have been through, breaking down with your crew chief. Do you spend any time maybe talking to Ross to ask what his car is
Do I
doing?
like
how it feels?
KH?
Do you look
Who
at
is that?
Sim? Like what have you been doing
NASCAR
since
wants
this rain
phone
started?
batteries to weaken so you can't
So
block a
right
bet.
before I jumped on this call with you guys, actually, I was actually watching the race. I'm actually watching stage 2 right now.
Should be interesting to
just
see
trying
what happens.
Understand, already I know what I'm doing, but I want to see the big picture. Okay, what everyone else is doing, because normally on Monday I'm gonna rewatch the race and I learn a few things. But this is a perfect scenario. I'm learning those things right now, and then I'm gonna go back to the track. so I'm just trying to learn a few things. Like I said, I feel like our car is competitive.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
he's
if we
cool,
do
dude.
everything right,
I like
who knows,
Kevin Harvick.
We may have a shot, and we have seen how crazy these races can be. A couple years ago, the 11 car, Denny Hamlin won the race, and he wasn't the fastest car. So anything can happen. There is a lot of cars on the lead lap, and we just have to continue to fight.
Daniel, we know that your crew guys are constantly having a good time and having fun. I can't help but think that the crew guy over your right shoulder is sitting there just so all the rest of the guys.
There's got to be something going on there.
Totally. He's like, watch, I'm going to sit in Daniel's entire interview.
I'm more curious about the picture over his other shoulder.
Yeah, the picture over his other shoulder, I'm being told, is the serviceman that's on Ross Chastain's car today, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I do want to ask you about First Lieutenant Laura Piper of the United States Air Force that's on the top of your car. Just what is it like to drive representing one of our service women and to be a part of this day?
So every time that we get to race in Memorial Day weekend in the Coca Cola 600 is super special because we
I don't
get
think
to
so.
spend time.
If it was still raining, yes.
With families,
But no,
and
they're
we
racing.
get to spend time on the racetrack, off the racetrack. Already as part of the Coca Cola racing family, I feel like I get almost like a front row seat on everything that is happening. It's a
pretty big printer to be in an RV.
Here in the racetrack and also outside the racetrack, so it's very, very special. With that being said, with Laura Piper,
Thank you,
I feel like
Craig.
it's
Appreciate
on
it,
the
buddy.
next level. And the reason why it's on the next level is because the CEO of Freeway Insurance, which is a very, very good friend of mine, his name is Cesar Soriano. He was in service with Laura Piper, over
As long as we're
20
done
years
by
ago,
1 o'clock.
when Laura Piper unfortunately lost her life in 1994. So Cesar Soriano,
All right,
the CEO
Suzanne.
of Freeway Insurance, is here, and he is
My belly's full, Holly.
taking care of the family of Laura. And actually, I had the opportunity to have lunch with them a couple days ago. Beautiful family.
Thanks to Spain for making an
amazing people,
amazing
and,
steak.
they're super, super thankful that they're here. And like I said, every single time that we get here is very special, very emotional. I will say that this weekend is extra, a little bit extra emotional and a little bit extra special. just
She's
because
been
the
a
connection that
trooper
we
this
have
weekend.
with
She's
Laura's
cut the
family.
grass.
That's awesome. You know that
Cooked
we're all
some
rooting for you.
steak.
The amigos, I know, are rooting
Done some
for you.
laundry.
The crew guy over your shoulder, tell him whatever
she's the
bet he
best.
made with the rest of the crew, he has won. He has won.
Went to the grocery store?
$10 a sandwich, whatever he bet. Daniel, thank you for your time.
Did I save you a bite?
Joining
No.
us for a few minutes here today.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna get back to work. And,
I see how
watch
it
the
is.
stage too.
Okay, awesome.
Mosh is in here and everybody
That's awesome.
stays.
Okay,
I come
Daniel
back on and
Suarez,
everybody
gonna
leaves.
Get back into that race car, see what he can do when they do get going again, because they're out there drying the racetrack. We got 249 laps down, 151 to go.
They need to work
And it
on that
looks like we're gonna
backstretch
get this
'cause it's
baby
soaking wet.
Restarted and go the distance. We're going to step away for just a few minutes. Best of Radioactive Charlotte coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. It's the longest race of the season. Let's just bring it to tomorrow.
Well, that's what we did last year. We had a long rain delay. We all sat here together. Happy Memorial Day to all our fallen ones. God bless America, and thank you. Well, I guess I could open up the floor if you guys want to ask questions. I can answer a question as well, just like Mosh did. He's a little more knowledgeable about the whole ordeal, but if you want to open up the floor, I can answer questions too. Sounds like CeeLo didn't mow the lawn, though. I did mow the lawn. I'll be mowing the lawn when it's hot outside. And she got attacked by cicadas, too, so she didn't like that either. Joe says, as I'm sure we all know, bottles are made. Yeah, exactly. When you gotta go, Joe. They'll go back reason, but we will see how the track is because they lost all of its rubber. Yeah, so it's going to be a green track fast. And this next restart should be interesting. But thanks for the subscribes tonight, guys. We're almost to 13,000, 254, almost 13,300. But I can't let you hear what they're about to do on FS1, so we'll just kind of hang out. Double cicada hatch this year. Yeah, it was pretty bad. How bad is cicadas everywhere else? They're racing again yet? Nope, not yet, Young Money. They're drying the track right now. What brought on NASCAR leaving the Northeast and sparked the birth of the American Canadian Tour? I don't know. Not too sure about that one either. See, Mosh needed to stay in here. Thank you for those subscribes. Mark, what's up? Rowdy to the front. Yeah, he's had some mistakes there on pit road, but it looks like he's rebounded. He's in 15th spot, but it should be interesting to see what Kyle Larson can do. Let's see if they change his name in the P13, or will they leave Justin Allgaier's name in the on the list? That's the question. Will the Allgaier's name still be there, or will they put Kyle Larson in there? Probably not. They'll probably leave Allgaier in there since he gets credit for whatever's going on. But the Richmond rain delays were way better than last February race they held when it was 0 degrees wind chill at the race time. Yeah, it was cold. Thought it hit you with a tough one. I thought I'd hit you with a tough one. You did, Vault. You did. Thanks for the subscribe, Anthony. Appreciate you being here. You did, man. Weather has lifted out of the track. Yeah, but there's a lot of water on the backstretch when they were showing on the thing, so... Are they going to run this race until the end? I think they will, Rodney. They have nowhere to be. And like I said, like I told Mosh, like they don't have to get on their airplanes and fly across country after it's over. So they can just drive right down the road and be in their house in 10 minutes. This is going to be a long night. Yep. And who's going to stay here with me? That's the question. So did they decide if Larson starting from the back? Yes, he's going to start from the back of the pack. So... Do you know how many people would be complaining if Larson started right where he was and then end up winning the race? I bet on Larson is who wins the race. If he's driving, he wins. It's not Le Mans. You're hanging. Awesome. Now they added Larson plus 200 on DraftKings, but it's not a lock. Back in 15. All right, Coach. Holly says, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Pauline says Larson should start in the back, and he will. He will. Right now it shows him, shows Allgaier in 13th, but he will go to the back of the pack, and he will start, he will start 35th. So 35th spot. 36 is 2 laps down Ty Dillon, but Corey LaJoie at least won't be on the bottom of the list there. He's back on the lead lap after spinning. He got the lucky dog that last caution. So look at Ricky Stenhouse there in 31st. Jimmy Johnson still running, 29th. SVG still running. He's 28th. Chris Buescher, he's been mad at everybody tonight. They just interviewed Daniel Suarez. So these radioactive shows are about 30 minutes long, so we're probably definitely looking for another 30 minutes at least and go from there. Kyle Busch in 15th, Joey Logano 14th, Justin Allgaier 13th, Martin Truex Jr. 12th, Bubba Wallace 11th, Josh Berry 10th, Alex Bowman 9th, Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Brad Keselowski. I know James Moore is happy. So there is your lineup. Any scuttlebutt over the officials channel? Let's see. See if they got anything. Let's listen. Anything? We'll leave it on just in case. But we'll see. Let's see. Will this PRN work now, or is it going to be stuttered?
Your next find this.
Nope, it still doesn't work. Oh well. Well, we'll leave it on, and then we'll go from there. But none of the webcams are working. He has to or not change drivers until the cars are circling the track. Enjoy your show every Sunday. Thank you, William. Appreciate it. We try to be here every Sunday for you. So coming up next week, we'll definitely be at St. Louis. And then we're going to be going to... let's just take a look at the schedule. Let's look at the schedule for next week. Let's do it. Because I think it's all over the place. All right, next week. I know the trucks are off, or Xfinity's off. Let's see. Schedule. All right, so NASCAR is going to Worldwide Technology, the Enjoy Illinois 300, and practice is going to be at 10:30, 8:30. Does that say 8:30 in the morning? Oh my gosh. 8:30 in the morning practice, and then qualifying at 9:30, and then Sunday's race is at 2:30, and then the Xfinity race is in Portland on Saturday afternoon at 3:30, and the trucks are, oh man, that's going to be a long day. Toyota 200. So next week, it's going to be NASCAR Cup Series in the morning, and then trucks at 12:30, and then right after that, Xfinity at 3:30. My goodness, that's going to be a long day. But so Xfinity Saturday, trucks on Sunday or Saturday, and then Sunday in St. Louis. So that is our schedule for next week. NASCAR is getting the race in tonight. Yes, it is, Justin. Carl Larson will race through the field tonight. Should be interesting. All eyes will be on him for sure. So will the race go tonight, or is it getting too late? Nope, Perry. They got lights. They can go as long as they can. How's Carson Hocevar? Let's take a look at Hocevar. Hocevar's in 21st spot for Hocevar. He's right there. So he's good. Hocevar in 21st. Kyle Larson will race through the field. NASCAR's getting the race in tonight. Does Chase Elliott have a chance to win it? Anybody can have a chance to win it. We got over less than 200 laps to go. So anybody could get hot and anything could happen. Wrecks could happen. Penalties could happen. Anything could happen. So Elliott is going to win because he's sponsored by Coca Cola. Uh-oh. 1 second. And Chase Elliott, of course, he won the Xfinity race. So the 24 win seems to be pretty strong, even though he hit the wall. He looks pretty strong. William says, I proposed to my wife in 2019 on top of the Charlotte Motor Speedway during the opening ceremony. It's our anniversary. 4 years of marriage. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Awesome, William. Everybody wish William and his lovely wife a happy anniversary. Atlanta Braves win next up, Nats. Yep, so Nats, we're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday. Atlanta Braves streams Tuesday, Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'm just taking the day off. I'm taking the day off tomorrow. I could do a stream, but I don't know. I'll let you know. Atlanta Braves win next up, Nats. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday, possibly Friday against, let's see, who the Braves have. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Nats, and then who they play? Let's see, Atlanta Braves. They play Tuesday, the A's. So yeah, I guess Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday for Braves. Friday night baseball. Friday night fireworks is also. Braves are cooked now that Acuna is out for these. I don't think so, Luke. We get Riley back. We get Murphy back. I think we should be all right. I think we should be okay. We just have to get healthy. And last time Acuna was out, we won it all. So we'll see. But we're definitely going to have to band together. But I know the Phillies are probably ecstatic. So. But now we're down 3 players. We're down Riley, we're down Murphy, and Acuna. Does this bring Murphy back quicker? We'll see what happens. But we're still going to do our games. anything could happen to anybody. I mean, anybody could get hurt. So just because Acuna is hurt, that doesn't mean like the rest of the team. I mean, look, Harper could get hurt and that could ruin their team. So it's only May going into June, y'all. So we got July, August, September, and to do something. So we'll see what happens. Mandalorian says, what track is the Cup race at next weekend? They're at St. Louis. St. Louis. Luke says, I'm a Cubs fan, so I'm salty from our series against each other. Yeah, that was an interesting series. Bring back Michigan. Luke, we did, I don't know if you were there for any of them, but IDK, thank you so much. What am I doing? Just subscribe. Appreciate that. I don't know if you joined any of our baseball streams, but we had a good time there. If you check out our MLB 3D game day, it is amazing, y'all. So make sure you check out that. What state are you broadcasting from? I'm in Milwaukee. I'm from Tennessee, Perry, Tennessee.
Do you want to flip around? Do you want to flip around?
Okay, who's starting to talk? Mark says he's from Michigan. Nice, Mark. Mandalorian, thanks. You're welcome. Now, I didn't join them. I just now found your channel. Awesome. Well, yeah, go check them out, dude. Go check out our baseball and go check out our two Cubs. We did 4. Actually, we've done 4 Cubs games in the last 2 weeks when they were in Atlanta and then when we went to Chicago. So make sure you check those out. So from the way I understand, Tom Curley had a fallout with NASCAR in 1985. What the difference are is not known. He started the act for the 1980 season. Welcome in, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. What's up, bro? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't sometimes. I don't know what I'm doing. I just turn it on and hope that you guys enjoy. Let's see here. For the indie stream, we're up to 38,000 views for the Indy 500 stream. 38,000 views. Dude, my Hulu is being annoying, and I'm trying to watch the race, and I can't. Well, I don't know anything. We're in a red flag, so you're not going to watch anything right now. And they've gone to rain programming, and it's not really anything to watch. Any update on when they're going on back to racing? Last time they showed the track, the whole backstretch was still soaking wet. They were working on the the turns and the dog leg. Hello, did the race get called off yet? Till tomorrow. No, it's not. I left to look in on a baseball club. Yeah, so not yet, Michael. You like turtles. Awesome, Braves. Let me watch them talk about crap I don't care about exactly. Drying the track. That's right. We're drying the track. Luke says, hopefully we can go racing. We'll see. We're going to be right here, though. We're not going anywhere. I have to end the stream at 6 hours, so we got 3 hours. So dryers were still on the work, but 10 minutes ago. CeeLo, what's your favorite driver? I'm a Denny Hamlin fan. Don't judge me. Someone here judge me. They make fun of me, which is fine. I can handle that. But I am a Denny Hamlin fan. Hold on a second. And I made an agreement. This hat is out of commission for a week, so next week there will be no Denny Hamlin or no Denny shirt. So starting next week, no Denny Hamlin shirt, no Denny Hamlin hat. I made the agreement. We hit 13K this weekend, so. I'm a 9 and 11 kind of weird, but yeah. A what? You hate me forever now? Well, it's okay. I can handle that. Somebody said racing has to cease at midnight. I mean, if we get to midnight, we're still not done. I guess they'll call it, right? We racing against the clock. Yeah, it's going to restart. What is it with old people liking Hamlin? I've liked Denny Hamlin for a long time, so it is what it is there. So I was a Darrell Waltrip fan. I had a Western Auto T-shirt and was a big Darrell Waltrip fan. When Darrell Waltrip retired, I became a Sterling Marlin fan, and still remember that sound of that Ford Kodak car making that in Daytona. Everybody was like, "What the heck is going on with that car?" And still remember him getting out of his car and pulling that tire, that car away from the tire, and during the red flag, and after, of course, they penalized him for it. He didn't win the 500 because of it, and they asked him, like, Sterling, what the heck, like, what were you thinking, man? And he was like, oh, and Sterling always started his sentences with, and he said, I saw Earnhardt do it one time, so I figured it was okay. So, was Sterling Marlin fan. Little Bobby Hamilton fan as well, because I'm from Nashville. So, of course, Bobby Hamilton, Sterling Marlin, all from this neck of the woods. And then we end up having Denny Hamlin came in, and I've been a Hamlin fan this long. It's getting good to be a Hamlin fan now. He's getting, so close. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. We'll listen to his podcast every week. You got to give it to the guy. Of course, he might be hateable. A lot of people don't like him, but he speaks his mind. He's come up with some really good ideas. So that's that. $4.99. Thank you so much, man. Okay, chat. Did Hamster jump the restart at Richmond? I know this was forever ago, but I'm curious. Did he jump the restart? I don't know. Thank you much for that $5 super chat, brother. Hey, all I know is he said he did, and NASCAR didn't penalize him for it. And there's video of him jumping it, and I think Martin Truex Jr. is still mad about that. But thanks for that $5 super chat. And Luke said, yes, he did. What was your answer to my question, Rebecca? Let me scroll back. I'm sure I answered it, but let me scroll back and look. Sorry if I missed it. Hold on, let me scroll back. You might have to ask it again. I'd apologize. Oh, way back here, Rebecca. Unless I missed it. I'm looking. It's way ago. Why did you let it go this long? All right, Rebecca, just type it again. I missed it, and I'm sorry. I apologize. Rebecca didn't get to see Busher talk because you chose to charge your phone. Okay. He was mad that Denny was in the way, and then Denny was mad that he was yelling that Chris Buescher was in the way. And then after they made the adjustments of the pit stops, they moved Buescher's stuff up and Denny's stuff back so they wouldn't battle anymore. And then the 42 comes in wrong at the pit stop and blocks Buescher again. So Buescher was all mad. So, but thanks for that super chat, man. Corey says, are they going to finish the race or do it tomorrow? No, they're going to do it tonight. They're going to do it tonight. Dale Earnhardt fan ever since Stroker Ace, fastest in the South, baby. That's right. What's your favorite track? Daytona, hands down. Daytona, hands down, is my favorite track. I love Daytona. I've been to the Daytona 500 twice now. Camped there during Speed Week, so had the fan pass. We had parked on top of the what do you call it? The garage. That's awesome. If you ever guys get to go to Daytona, make sure you get the fan pass. You have access to the garages. You get to pretty much, as long as you have the 500 ticket, you can go to that every day. So we stood in the pits for the truck race, the Xfinity race, the duels, and practice. And then we sat in our seats for the 500. But those seats are awesome because you're right on top of the garage. You can see the entire field. You got the big screen right behind you. And then you have those carts that take you in and out. Those shuttles take you in and out. So it's perfect. And we camped across the street from the Speedway. I can't remember the name of the campground, but me and Mosh and my son all went for Speed Weeks for the Daytona 500 and had a blast. We wanted to go this year, but it sold out pretty quick. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the Indy 500? Hold on, I skipped one second here. I wonder hold Hold on, I skipped a couple. I'm sorry about that. They expect to go to green tonight. Yes, they are going to go green tonight. That's the enjoyment of being a NASCAR fan, a race fan. Everyone has their own favorite driver, sits beside someone that pulls for another driver. Enjoy that. Exactly. Another thing, I mean, that's why I like this chat right here, because we are a fan-friendly, interactive chat. You guys can cheer on anybody you want, and we're not going to criticize you for it. Just because I'm wearing Denny Hamlin stuff, you guys can make fun of me with Denny Hamlin all you want. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt. We just ask you to be nice and be respectful of your other people. You can root for Bubba. You can root for Hailie Deegan. You can root for anybody you want. You can root for Christopher Bell. You can root for William B. A lot of people don't like Hendrick drivers because they win too much. Anybody, Joey Logano, whoever. This is what NASCAR is all about. All right, I wonder what is in the UPS package Larson's wife had in her hand coming off the helicopter. I don't know, maybe a come back next year, try again ticket. All right, what are your thoughts on the Indy 500? I thought it was a good race. I hated that Larson had the speeding penalty. I think Penske was strong. It was going to be hard to beat Penske. I thought McLaughlin was actually going to win the race. But Newgarden, and that last couple laps of those guys going back and forth, Ward and Newgarden back and forth, man, that was awesome. And they both were like practicing the last lap pass every lap. It was awesome to watch that. So that was cool. But great race. We had a great stream. That was my very first time ever streaming the Indy 500, and I enjoyed it. So thanks for all the subscribes, y'all. I appreciate y'all. What are your thoughts on the 500? Okay. Gives Larson time to rest. Yeah, he definitely needs it. He is going to be exhausted. Let's see. Let me scroll up here. Larson will get... have you ever been to... What's the best paint scheme of the night? I like the Truex Jr. Bass Pro Shops. It's awesome. South Virginia says, have you ever heard of Trevecca? Yes, I have. College of Nashville. Yes, I have. South Virginia. Very close to where I work. Let's see here. I have been watching Monaco, Indy, and now Charlotte for almost 15 hours now, and those cars are going really fast and really fast. Luke says. Just make sure you don't watch your language when you're quoting in here, okay? I don't know says, okay, bro, I really enjoy watching and racing on heat, and when I get there racing, it feels like. Brian says, favorite tracks, okay. Old Atlanta, then Bristol. Nice. I'll be going to Bristol. I was actually there last year for a Bristol race, dropping that chase, Billy Vones. I was there for Bristol last year. I was there for the I'm your favorite driver. So I was there for that. I made a vlog on it. We have some NASCAR vlogs on our channel, so make sure you go check those out. If you scroll way back to 2 years ago, I made 4 vlogs on the Daytona 500, the races that we went to. So if you want to watch those, make sure you check those out. They're fun. We just came from, I'm a big Disney fan. So if you like Disney, I just came from Disney for a vacation. That's why I wasn't streaming during Kansas. Camden Champ 69. Thanks for the subscribe. That's why I wasn't doing Kansas, because I was at Disney with my kids. Did a couple live streams. We love the parks. We love going to the rides and stuff. Made some vlogs on that. We got some more vlogs to come. I need to make those up. So I wanted to do that today, but never got a chance. Let's see. But Old Atlanta, I don't know. I've never been to Old Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta, but I wish I could go to the new one here. So let's see who else here. What are your chances on a flip tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see. I don't think so. Was Morgan McClure Sterling... was that Morgan McClure Sterling was racing for when they found the HPS with the... I think so. I think it was. But thanks for the super chat, man. You can't root for Cody Ware because of legal reasons. So make sure I don't miss anything. I love NASCAR platform. You are the best, CeeLo. Thank you, Rodney. I appreciate it, man. You know what separates us from everybody else is that I talk to everybody and I make sure that everybody gets heard. Go Ernie Earnhardt. I don't think I've ever heard of that name. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I've never heard of Ernie Earnhardt. How do you get points, Luke? Just by sitting here watching, you get points. just by sitting here and to test how many points you have, put exclamation point points, define how many points you have, and then after that, exclamation point gamble those points, or gamble all, and that brings up all your favorite drivers and all that good stuff. So, CeeLo's rain delay, everyone take a drink. That's right. Let's see here. Come on now. Let's see. But are they going to race? Yes, Brad, they're going to race. Just gotta. It's still. Is it raining again? Oh no, they might be delayed this now.
They're trying, but goodness, we had rain sideways. We had thunder and lightning earlier.
Oh, okay.
And then that storm system moved through. However, what remained was really heavy humidity. NASCAR's had jet dryers. They've had their track drying system, the Air Titans out there, and have made little progress. So what we're looking at is the possibility of it taking well into the early morning hours to get this track dry, get rid of the standing water, and make it raceable again. So the Coca Cola 600 is official. Christopher Bell is the winner.
Are you kidding me?
Career win. And the thing that really impressed me about his drive was how he would come off
You
turn
can't
two
run
in
this
that
tomorrow.
high lane, and he would just yard whoever he
You guys
exited
are
the corner
home.
with, and on to victory.
Well, they needed this win because they've had a rough several weeks.
You
and
guys are
to be able
home.
to
There's no
rebound
reason
and
you
do
can't
the
race
things that they
tomorrow.
did tonight to keep themselves up front, lead a bunch of laps, put them
That
where
is
we all think
ridiculous.
they should be with the performance.
If
of
I
their
was a
cars.
fan,
And
I would be
tonight they were in
mad.
position
I
when
am a
the
fan, and
race
I'm mad.
had the rain delay.
That's
and were
ridiculous.
able to wind up in
NASCAR,
victory
you
lane.
screwed up.
It leaves me halfway through this race. You know, it's official, obviously, but there were so many coulda, woulda, shouldas. Look at the 45 of Tyler Reddick. Started at the back, was headed to the
You
front.
guys are
right there,
home. Go
knocking on the
home
door.
and come
Brad
back tomorrow.
Keselowski, RFK cars, they continue their speed that they've had and showed first at
That's
Kansas Speedway.
absolutely
Then to Darlington.
absurd.
Those cars are very fast, but it doesn't matter. It's Christopher Bell and victory lane.
Well, William Byron was the best of the Chevrolets tonight.
Willie B.
Looked like that car
That
got
is
a little bit
ridiculous.
off kilter, steering off just a little bit. Were they going to fix it? Were they going to try to ride it out? We'll never know. Ty Gibbs, first career pole, led a bunch of laps at the start of this race.
I mean, understand if you were out of town somewhere.
Yeah, and that's really
But you're
how this
home.
race is, right? You see a lot of people start the race.
You're
good.
in
You see a lot of
Charlotte.
people, make positions up at the end of this race. We never got to see the end of this race to see how all that cycled out. We started to see a little chink in the armor with the 24 after he hit the wall. He got loose, but they kept
This is
themselves up in the
dumb.
front.
We're missing a story, guys.
Which story?
The 5 car. Larson was going to get in that car if this thing
Oh,
happened
my
to go
gosh.
green again. And that car, that thing I speak of, was extremely fast. Justin Allgaier did a fantastic job in that car tonight, filling in for him. Had that thing run, what, it was 12th, 13th place there. I think Kyle could have
you
got in
kidding
that thing
me?
and possibly won this thing from the back, but we'll never know. Doesn't matter.
So here's a look at the top 10. We've discussed the first 4. Denny Hamlin, 5th, had a lot of issues on pit road with Christopher Buescher pitted right in front of him.
Christopher Bell
who's going to be
gets
able
in
to
the
get in, who's going
playoffs.
to be able to get out. That made for an interesting part of the night. Chase Elliott
Oh,
had a
that
bunch of
is
runs in the top 5.
disheartening.
Ross Chastain led a bunch of laps here tonight.
Truex, I mean, you just keep going down through the list. As soon as this caution started happening, Kevin, it really shook the race
That
up.
is
A lot of
horrible.
mistakes, as we alluded to on pit road. The 17 Buescher, he drove all the way up through there with Reddick as well and started to have
They called
trouble
it, Rick.
getting in and out of the box around Denny
They
Hamlin.
just called it.
Boy, the fight was on between them two.
Yeah, the pit road war between the 11 and 17, 42 was in that mix as well. But, I think when you look back at this race and you look at it for Martin Truex Jr., I felt like he had one of the best cars. They kind of got turned around on that tire strategy and wound up at the back of that
All
cycle.
right, y'all.
So, Christopher Bell, if you're within the sound of our voice, they're looking for you at Victory Lane and uncover that car and push it for ceremonies.
There he goes.
And there he is. He's headed there now.
All right, y'all. We're going to celebrate.
And Regan Smith is there.
Let's listen to this really quick.
Certainly a unique victory lane tonight, Christopher Bell. You come racing around the corner over there.
He's not. He's not excited.
You were fast all day long, Christopher.
If Keselowski would have gotten out of the
end of
pits.
race. Have the battles before the rain comes. Did you know those were the moments that was going to be the most important battle at the end?
I mean, I knew that there was going to be a chance of it. Can the boys
They
in the
did
booth hear me
mess
right
up
now?
bad.
Can they?
Yes.
Yes, you're shaking your head, yes. So I'm literally on the couch, like half asleep, right? And we're going through this radioactive stuff, and I am already like mentally prepared to go racing. And then all of a sudden we come on, we see Mike Harvick and Clint in the booth, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? They start talking, and I'm like, what? And the phone goes off and say they called it. So what a twist of emotions, man. I have never been through that emotion swing before in my life.
Towel and all that.
Well, at least you were quick on the track. You were quick to get over here to Victory Lane after being half asleep on this weekend where we honor and remember so many with the names of the phones on the windshields of these race cars. You've won a lot of races, but how special is this one?
Yeah, I mean, this is everything. We had TK
This
on
is
the windshield,
ridiculous.
Thomas Kennedy, and unfortunately, the Kennedy family just left.
They didn't want Larson to
that's
win.
disappointing that they couldn't stay for Victory Lane, but I'm very, very proud and honored to carry their name on the windshield. And Memorial Day weekend, it's not about racing. It's about honoring and remembering. And I'm just thankful that those who have served allowed us to do what we love to do on this Sunday evening. So can't thank all the guys at Ream enough, all of our partners at Ream, DeWalt, Toyota.
But on to St. Louis, that's
Yahoo.
right.
They deserve this. It's been a heck of a trying 8 weeks or so, and to get our second win of the year means a lot.
You mentioned that trying 8 weeks or so. How far behind you is that now after a night like tonight?
Man, it feels so good to win or lose, just to have a great race to go off of, right? And a race that we led laps. We were able to pass cars. We lost the lead at times. We were able to drive back to the lead and had great pit stops. My pit crew just showed up.
The fans are going to be mad.
Let's go! Yes, this is a team effort, and it was amazing to have a good race. And hopefully this is something we can build on and get back to being more consistent.
Enjoy the celebration. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Regan, and well said by Christopher Bell.
All right, so we passed 13,000 today. We're going to come back and read off everybody's finish there, but we've passed 13,000 subscribers today, and I owe a bunch of people some pies to the face. So if you want to watch this, I know there's about 500 in here. We're going to celebrate 13K by putting a pie to my face. So hold on a second. Spain is ready. She's ready for this. She's been waiting. She's like, are you at 13 yet? Are you at 13K yet? Are you at 13K yet? So, all right, here we go. 13K. Coach, you just came back from the best part. I know NASCAR is a joke, and hopefully this cheers you guys up some. But here we go. Pie in the face for 13K. Ah! Woohoo! 13K. Needs more sugar. All right. There we go. I hope that cheers everybody up. 13K. Here we go. 1, 3. I tried to put a 13 in my face, but it didn't work. So there you go, y'all. 13K. Thank you guys for everything that made that purpose. All the mods, all the members, all y'all. This has been great. At least we get to enjoy it that way. What kind of pie is it? Just a whipped cream pie. No, this is YouTube. We can't be doing that.
I have more for later.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. See you Louis next week. That's right. We're going to be busy next Saturday. Oh. All right. Where's my glasses? All right. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Triton, you'll have to go back and look at that. But good night, Suzanne. Done with NASCAR and their fake stage conflicts. So, all right, let's go over the running order here. Christopher Bell wins it in a rain-delayed. There it is official. They had like over 200 laps to go. Less than 200 laps to go, but still doesn't make a bit of sense. But the rules are the rules. That's how it goes. So Craig Kozlowski, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, Chase Elliott, poor Martin Truex Jr. He was in the lead earlier, finishes 12th. He was my pick. So anybody that picked Christopher Bell tonight, congratulations. You know Christopher Bell is upset. You know he doesn't want it this way. But thank you, D. Appreciate it, buddy. Bubba Wallace, Justin Allgaier, Joey Logano. Allgaier, great job for him running that 5-car. Good night rest for Kyle Larson. Joey Logano. You know Kyle wanted to get in that car, though, since what happened in Indy. Michael McDowell, 16th, 17th, Todd Gillen, Damon Hemrick, and 18th, Eric Jones, 19th, 20th, Austin Cindric, Carson Hocevar, 21st, 22nd, Justin Haley, Chris Buescher, 23rd. He'll go home angry. Daniel Suarez, 24th, 25th, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Preece, 26th, Austin Dillon, 27th, Shane SVG, good top 30 run for him, Jimmy Johnson, top 30 run, and John Hunter Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Harrison Burton, Zane Smith, Kaz Gralla, Corey LaJoy, and there it is. So, oh, man, what a day. What a day. Batman, just subscribe, Batman. So, Batman, thank you for that. I don't know what I'm doing for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's see who else. We got another super chat from I don't know what I'm doing. And he subscribed as well. Let me see if I can just do it this way. Who else subscribe? Anthony subscribed. Jocelyn subscribed. Jeff DUMSMC. Straight Up News. Andrew Ford with a super chat. $2 super chat. Another $2 super chat. Another $2 super chat from Andrew. Thanks so much for the buddy. A $2 super chat from the First Prophet. Let's see who else. Obama. I didn't even see that. What a name. I can't say the first part. Colton Kelly. Another $2 super chat from the Prophet. Young Money Fan subscribed. Richard Newton. Andrew Ford with another $2 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Robert. Kathleen Hiller. Jonathan Workman. Robert Wagner. Mike for the subscribe. Closed Profits. Coach with a $9.99. Coach with a $19.99. Eric was a subscribe. Appreciate him. Vault Tech Jep. Mikey G 2222. Bob McGrew Jr. Colin McKenna. All these. Thank you guys so much. Andrew Ford became a member. Stephen Chavez. Wade Schreiner. Layden Schoenberg. Elizabeth Smith. Art Squires. Karen. Chris Moore. Zachary Heater. Diane Furno. Oh, it just keeps on going, y'all. This is awesome. What a day. Dennis. Eli. Taxter. Rick Berry. Zachary Hogan. CJ Channel for subscribed. Gordon Sparks. Helen Fisher. J Dub. Daniel Hemensky. J Dub. Byron Cook. Stephen Brown. Gail Purcell. Hostile Transport. Sheila. David Burkham. Greg. Dennis. Warley. Shirley. Adam became a member. Gabriel. Terry became a member. Demo Derby. And everybody else that was a private subscriber today. I appreciate you. That was a long list, but I got it done. But congrats. Mountain Billy says, congrats and thanks, CeeLo. Boo, NASCAR. Not the way we wanted it, but at least we got the hung together for a great Indy 500 race and today too. So I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow's Memorial Day, and I want to thank every person that has served this country and allowed us to be free and let us do this stuff right here. Where some people can't do that. For the people that have fallen serving our country and the ones that do serve our country today, we salute you. And happy Memorial Day for all the ones that were lost. And make sure you raise that flag tomorrow. And remember, when we're doing this next week, this is freedom right here. Freedom of speech and all that stuff. So I know we kind of hide some stuff that we can't say out here, but thank you so much, guys, for everything. But we're lucky to be Americans. That's right. Other than that, I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain, for doing everything that she does. I want to thank my mods. I want to thank my viewers. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us, and I appreciate you. Until then, I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday for Atlanta Braves baseball. We'll deal with the Acuna jersey, the Acuna injury, and We'll see you later. Thanks for making my day amazing. I love you guys. Until then, peace out.